Alright, let's get going. Talking into my microphone. Yo, can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? What's up? It is almost Lunar New Year's. What's up, beautiful mess? Alright, so let me see here. We got Kane. We got Cyber 7. What's going on, yo? Aw, yeah. This is happening. Just a Sonic. Kevin's underwater. Oh. 1 second.
This one better? Better or no better? Better? Is it how it usually is? Because it has to be not just good, it has to be beautiful. Little better? Alright. Now the game's sound is too loud. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Loud in the background. I guess it's picking up everything then. That thing. Alright. Alright, give me one moment.
How about this? How does this sound? In fact, let me double check here. Let me double check on my end. Because it was working yesterday. Those of the guys who were here yesterday saw that it was working. So I don't know what's going on here. This is perfect. Now it sounds fantastic. Excellent. Well, again, I don't know what was going on there. It's literally the same device, like all the same settings as the other one that was using. It's just very picky. And it's interesting, isn't it? Well, technology is fickle. 2020 still can't get it right. This is why robots take over the world. Anyway, with all that said, yo, what is up? With all those technical difficulties out of the way, yo, what's up? My name's KGOKev, as you probably know, and here we are with this game known as Head as Code by Miracle Moon, who I believe may or may not be in the chat, which, if so, yo, what's up, how you doing? Second thing is, yeah, a lot of people I see a lot of familiar faces who were here for Birth Me Code, so that's pretty cool. This game is the prequel to Birth Me Code, and the first in a trilogy. It's actually a remake of an older game by Miracle Moon, and remade now using newer assets for 2021. You don't need to know Birth Me Code, which Birth Me Code is the visual novel game where we basically assume the role of the mastermind. I am going to keep a lot of spoilers for the game and just everything, like a lot of it separate from what's going on here, so if anyone doesn't know Birth Me Code, they can jump into that then too. But yeah, like that game was about, being the mastermind in a visual novel, all that. And then this game, different plot, takes place, well, we'll see. I really don't know, but okay, so let's see. Basic description from Steam. Simon Fournier woke up. He instantly realized something was amiss. That day was April 22nd, 2022, and he finally finished his exams. He was going home on a train with his childhood friend Jasmine and his roommate Marco Polo. However, when he woke up, he realized he was not in the train. He was somewhere else. Let's see, there's 8 people, company of friends, strangers, and foes. He has no choice but to play the dangerous game called the dating game. It's not a joke, it's dangerous. They failed, they will die. So yeah, death game, that's how we go. Let's keep all that stuff we'll just keep a lot of it like hush-hush, we'll see. Let's just experience the game, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So again, also obviously, no spoilers, and let's be respectful and all that good stuff, alright? Let's just have fun with the game. Also, this game, we're actually playing it early too at the time of this recording. The full game unlocks and is released on the 9th. We get to play it early because Miracle Moon has graciously given us the ability to do so. So yeah, thank you for that, yo. People's enjoyment means the world to you, and as they should, yep. Thank you again for letting me play it early, and just showcase it for these fine people here. Which, we can only go up to a certain point, more or less, as well, until the 9th. But once the 9th, hits and everything like that, we can see the whole thing. So, with this all said and done, let's get it, blah, 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 blah. With all that out of the way, let's check out some Head as Code, y'all. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Let's have some fun tonight. Because I know a lot of you guys also, like, who were here for Birth Me Code, definitely enjoy that. Sadly, I don't think this game has any Superbia in it and more, but should still be a lot of fun, don't you think? Let's go. Marco Senpai. Oh, man. Well, we know about Marco. Well, some of us do. Let's go. Head as Code. Hey, Fi, what's up? Welcome everyone who just joined in. Welcome everyone, just in general. Let's have fun today. All right. Darkness. More darkness. They say life begins with darkness and ends with darkness. That's probably way more philosophical than my situation was then, because my life had already begun many summers ago, and as far as I was aware, had not ended yet. Oh, hang on. I should move myself, because I'm blocking the dialogue a little bit. Yeah, let me move myself. I should always keep that into account, because visual novels always do that. The text is always more or less at the bottom. So let me just quickly move myself. And move myself up like this. Alright, we're better. Cool. So, yeah. As far as aware, has not been ended yet. Something else had to have been the cause of this darkness. Like your eyes are closed. Clearly all this was explained by the fact that my eyes were closed. I dozed off earlier, and now I was waking up. That's all. Yeah, no, like any of you guys who enjoy other visual novel games like Danganronpa, specifically Zero Escape as well, would definitely be able to get into Birth Me Code. Birth Me Code is pretty cool. It was pretty cool, don't you know? Something did bother me about that predicament. The surface I was on wasn't a bed. While comfortable, is this like Hobo Simulator? While comfortable, it didn't feel like a bed. Here we go. There's no need to Hiyori. Funny you mentioned Hiyori. We'll see that soon, don't worry, but anyway. Let's go. Waking up from a drunken stupor at a bar. Relatable. My eyes shot wide open at the realization I was on a couch. I sleep horribly on couches, which was why I made the point of never doing it if I could avoid it. Something very unusual must have happened for me to consider it. From behind, I spied 3 people. They were discussing something with the utmost urgency. Their tones were hushed, as if they were trying to ensure they couldn't be overheard. Did I have any cause for concern? How many guys as well who were here for Birth Me Code? How many guys remember everything that occurred in it? Or at least like some of the characters and stuff like that, because, since this game was made before, or at least like Head as Code was made before Birth Me Code. Again, we don't need to know much about Birth Me Code to be able to jump to this, assumedly. But either way, Superbia. Did I have any cause for concern? No, that's too paranoid, even for me. You remember all of it. Fantastic, Tomato. They most likely just didn't want to wake me up. Yeah, playing as the antagonist, playing as the mastermind, that's for the second game, friends. I had a feeling that was the case because one of them was Jasmine, and she had no reason to keep anything from me. Jasmine is one of our friends, and... Hey, buddy, how you doing? We really have to go soon, so I'll keep watch over him if you both decide to go. Superbium, Yas, Queen, Slay. Yeah, you were here for Birth Me Code. Kane, are you still planning on cosplaying NVIDIA, too? Because, yeah, NVIDIA's pretty cool. You don't have to worry. That'll be the last sip of coffee. We gotta go. Nothing bad will get through me. Then again, her words implied she was my jailer. Kinda kinky. Anyway, I hadn't seen her face to face since maybe 4 years ago now. The truth be told, I miss the times I spent with her before. That's right. She's my childhood friend. Yeah, nothing more. She's my girlfriend and my girlfriend's boyfriend. Well, except now she lived on the other side of the country, unlike the boy next to her, who was named Marco. Chromatic. Hey, what's up? Interesting. He lived much closer to me. We shared an apartment, after all. Bye, Bumpy Ball. Once again, we were friends, nothing more. Of course, to note as well for these kinds of games, just as a broad brushstroke all around, dark themes, death and murder beware, you're in for a scare, Goosebump readers. I don't know. Judging by what we've seen of the stuff in this place, do you really think that's safe for either you or him? He was in disagreement with her plan. His words, unlike Jasmine's, eased my mind about my predicament. She was not, in fact, my jailer. Honestly, though, I wouldn't have minded that. Yeah, something like that. Wait, what did he mean by not safe? Where exactly were we? If I was here with Jasmine and him, it couldn't have been so bad, but I thought maybe I should ask him. Meridian and chromatic. Intriguing. Maybe he would have some answers for me, since he's pretty smart. Or would he make fun of me by turning it into a joke, like he always did? Is he a shit poster on the internet? At least, I knew I could depend on him. When you see green text, you've unlocked a new lexicon entry. That's pretty fantastic. Very good ambiance. Or rather, ambiance. Ambiance, whatever. Both of them actually work, never mind. After all, he's got a master's degree in some weird stuff that sounds like mathematics. I forgot what it was, and obviously, it's not that, and I wasn't awake enough to remember it. Instead, I tried to remember what could have brought us here. Were we in the landlord's office? Lots of liquor for a landlord's office. Ugh, my head hurts so badly. I had issues remembering anything. It is... well, the clock is frozen, but besides that, 1 something. Looking around once more, I noticed we were in some kind of bar. At least, there was a counter with some stools. Yeah, Marco does look like a Redditor, doesn't he? Yeah, that wasn't the landlord's office. You don't know what you have until it's gone. The decoration could have used a little touch-up. There was a very strange painting on the wall. It looked like a cross with ominous words around it. It read, "You don't know what you have till it's gone." A chill ran up my spine as I read the words in my head. This entire place was giving me the creeps, now that I was awake to take it all in. Is it a spooky funhouse? And, oh, we got this grizzled old detective-looking guy. Oh, the little boy woke up. Little boy? So, myself, Jasmine, and Marco, I assume we're all like college kids, right? And then we got this grizzled old man. Little boy. I looked at my body, only realized I wasn't little. Yeah. I was 24. Yeah, exactly. 24. That man, though. I didn't know who he was, but he was much bigger than I was. Judging by the gray hair, he was in his 50s, perhaps? Or maybe one of those weird TikTok e-boys? You're finally awake! Yeah, something kind of feels like Ace. Ace wasn't exactly number 1, but that's all I'll say about that. You're finally awake! Yes, that solves our little problem. I hope we didn't wake you up. No, it's okay. I didn't sleep very well. Simon! It sure won't beat the bed you just got last month. A water bed. And by the way, you still owe me for that, remember? I absent-mindedly nodded, but Jasmine changed the topic. I was thankful for that, since I didn't want to be reminded about my depths right now. College kids in depths, can you think of a more iconic duo? Anyway, Em and Ray came back from exploring a new area earlier while you were asleep. We should all probably head out and find a new place too. Howdy, Matt. What's up? Some words she said did not make any sense. What does Simon say? Em and Ray? I had to assume Marco was M and this guy was Ray, but why call Marco M? I was very lost, so I simply nodded, masking my confusion. Mass confusion. Yeah, a new place after heading out. Makes sense. Part of me wanted to believe this was a weird dream. That was probably the cowardly part in me. The same part was also telling me to not let them know I wasn't up to date with the recent events. Unfortunately, where others might have quieted that part, I listened to it. I always listen to it. It might have been a little on the nose to admit myself how cowardly I was, but if there was one thing I couldn't hide from, it was that. I knew that I was a coward, even if I didn't look the part. Because I look so buff and cool. Yeah, we didn't find anything new. Makes me wonder if all this is just some kind of waste of time. We still don't have a single clue to the whereabouts of that 9th person. 9 people, 9 people. whatever. Or, so, Ray, Marco, Jasmine, Simon. Cool. The sooner we explore more, the sooner we'll be out of here. It seems like all of them have different... Because that's pretty cool in video games, right? Specifically visual novels where, you know, when you have, like, the text blips, like... Blah, 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 you know, you can kind of, like, guess a person's voice just based on how, like, you know, deep or how high it is. So, he's really dark, gruff, and grizzled. I'll take the punk with me again. You can go with your girlfriend. He probably smells like smokes and alcohol. That's just a feeling, you know? That good for you? Girlfriend? Don't you dare talk about Marco like that! Wait. I didn't know what happened before I slept, but, I mean, I'm not really opposed to it, either because she's cute and, what was I thinking? Alright, Superbia too? That man almost got me flustered there for a moment. It would be far too embarrassing to reveal that. I did have feelings for her, kind of. Maybe. Oh, I actually was embarrassed. Ah, shit, there was no hiding it anymore now. I felt like an embarrassed, clueless teenager. Get a grip, Simon. Like Professor Layton? Right on. I just had to say something before my cheeks got any redder. She's not... It's not like that at all, man. Wishlist, get Hedda's code on the 9th. All the links to, I have a lot of the relevant links in the description, guys. So if you want to check out the game on Steam, add it to wishlist or pre-order or anything like that, follow Miracle Moon on Twitter and all that good stuff, all the links should be in the description below. Are you letting this teasing get to you this much? Is she blushing too? Let's just take the train and go to a new station already. Unless you want to stick around here for a little bit. And get towed up on drinking. Yeah, boy. Yep. I took a sidelong glance at her and noticed she looked as rosy as I was. I didn't think it was fair for her to blame me if she was also embarrassed. Marco stayed quiet, apparently thinking about doing something horrible. Oh. I felt an incredible need to leave before he opened his big mouth again. They're pushing the ship, you're a little sus? Potentially. Maybe something. Thankfully, I was saved by the imposing man. We all know the real ship of the game is Marco and another Marco. Cursed and saved by the same man in the span of 2 minutes? That ought to be some kind of record. Simon sounds like Shaggy. Could be, yeah. I mean, Marco looks like Shaggy. Whatever, listen. I'll go ahead, and when you're all done here, send the punk to me. Don't take too long. I hate wasting time, and I hate waiting even more. Ray left the lounging area. Like, you get the feeling that he might be a detective of sorts, just based on appearance alone, like thin slicing first impressions, but you never know. I'm actually just a janitor. In the distance, I could hear the noise of his steps getting fainter and fainter. Marco X Polo? No. What the? Marco in the streets, Polo in the sheets? Like, what? Alright. In the distance, I could hear the noise of his steps getting fainter and fainter. Some creaking revealed he was going down a flight of stairs. This Ray person didn't seem too friendly. Maybe he's just a big old teddy bear, who knows. So I took my mind off him by turning his attention back to Jasmine and Marco. Ray's father never hugged him, isn't that just so sad? The latter was a little deflated by what I assumed was Ray calling him punk over and over. Might be simping for Marco already? I think there might be a reason for that, Kane, but hey, you know, that's beside the point. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Sounds amazing. Woo. Yeah, no, stop, come back. Yeah, sounds amazing. Woo. Hey, JNS. You sure you want to head out together? Have I heard of Ayakashi Akashi? I have. We might be playing that sometime in the future. Either of you care to mix it up a little? Marco be third wheeling, that's his job, eh? Jasmine categorically shook her head. Nope. Well, I'll go wait down there too anyway. I'll take the side he didn't go to. When you're done, come down there, okay? Eyes up here, Marco. Yeah, my boobs are up here. And just like that, after a brief wave, she was gone too, leaving me with Marco. He looked back at me, uncertain of how to proceed. I mean, he may be a third wheel, but he's a master at his job, you know? Like, you gotta respect his mastery of his craft. Don't make her wait too long. But we probably have a minute. I don't want to make Ray wait too long for sure. You heard him, right? That guy could destroy me with a well-placed punch. That would at least give me enough time to talk to Marco a little, if I wanted to die due to a horrible joke or two. Or, I guess I could also head out to join Jasmine right away. Do you need a quick tutorial on active searches? I might also just make the, go into the options, make the text scroll a little bit faster just for my own sake. But, quick tutorial on active searches? It's not my first rodeo, but there's no harm in seeing it anyway. Yeah. It's not my first rodeo. Sometimes there'll be moments for you to decide the order in which events happen. Those numerous interactive segments will be called active searches, or ASS for short. By making choice during these segments, you can have Simon look at some things. You can also choose to talk to characters and get their input when available. Sweet. Yeah, so look, talk, monkey see, monkey do. Look, talk, jazz hands. These special choice icons will appear for those moments. The look icon will never progress the story. It is only used for supplementary information. However, you may need to select it to find a talk or use icon to progress. Both the talk and use icons are used to progress the story in different ways. The talk icon will be necessary when talking to a character and to trigger dialogue. The use icon will do what it says. It will use the object in question. And note how the talk icon does not necessarily progress the story, but use will always do so. Understandable? Alright. Once you've selected anything in this playthrough, the game will save it. Yeah, that's actually one of the main things about, that was in Birth Me Code as well. Yeah, it would basically just save after everything, and just, well, if it's anything like Birth Me Code, we'll cross that threshold when we get to it, but just know the games will save a lot. On any subsequent playthrough, they will show up as this to let you know you already selected them. Where do we place the hands? Marco. That's all you need to know. Selected them. Note that you may... Is this just going to be the Marco simping playthrough, I guess? I don't know, probably. You guys in the chat down for that? Probably. Note that you may need to reselect some of them to progress, even if they show up as done. This is only an indication that you've read their text at least once before. I mean, there's a lot of grain. Is Luxuria around? Oh no. For this first ass, it is not complicated as there are only two options. Cyber 1 and Cyber 7. What's up with that? You can either, it's like two Marcos. You can either talk to Marco or look at, then use the stairs, which will continue the story. So we can talk to Marco, obviously, is what we're going to do first. Most of them will have something to let you bypass them if you wish to merely skip it. However, you may miss bits of extra information if you choose to ignore these segments. They are mostly optional, so you don't lose much if you wish to skip them. With one exception, when Simon is within an escape room, the active searches are obligatory. Do you want to go through this tutorial again? You bet I do. I love repeating tutorials. Oh yeah, I love Ocarina of Time. This was long enough already. Let's go. Cool. With that, options. This is in medias res. Alright. Just gonna go back to the menu, and as you can see, like anytime you do anything, progress is saved. There's Jasmine right there. Options, just to, if I can though. Text speed will be at normal. Yep. Text speed is normal. Cool. And, blonde girl. Blonde girl. Alright. Blonde girl. Intriguing. Interesting. Hey, first name, what's up? Pretty lady on screen. Oh, hey, first name. Yeah, this is Head as Code. Since I don't think you watched Birth Me Code much, right? Either way, welcome. We're starting up the first of this trilogy of games. Kaede? Somebody that I might have known before. Who knows? But anyway, let's talk to Marco, of course. What's up, Marco? Hey, M. I keep telling you Marco's fine when nobody's around, Simon. Apparently we're just using these nicknames in lieu of our real names just so we don't, honestly, I don't know. Jay came up with that. I'm just glad nobody here has a name that starts with the same letter as mine, or it would be terribly awkward. Yeah, like Cyber or something. Also, imagine, actually, Zero Escape vibes. Base, aka, imagine just giving out your real name. Yeah, Junpei, am I right? Cool. Hey, Jenna, what's up? We're talking about, Junpei. Yeah. That wasn't too smart. On the other hand, it could also be sweet. Like you. Don't look at me with them lustful eyes. Come on now, Marco. Marco, there are people present. Then again, we are alone. I mean, oh, okay. Down boy. You know, like Eminem. I shook my head. Don't look at me with them lustful, gorgeous eyes of yours. Them green, emerald green. Oh God, take me now. I shook my head. No, I didn't know. I did not know, and I did not want to know. Everything he touches turns into a joke. Kind of like what is he, a Twitch/YouTube streamer? Kind of like Midas, who had the power to turn anything he touched into gold, but those eyes that glitter are not gold. I didn't want to be turned into a joke myself, so I saluted to depart from him. Yeah, I should head out too. Ray will get mad. I wondered why he was named Ray and not something like R, but that would be like admitting I was a lost little lamb, and that's really not cool. Yeah, Simon, you sheeple. The last thing I wanted to do was to give him even more ammo for his stupid jokes. Since Marco went back to hanging around in silence, I left him be. And we can't click on anything else for the moment. Shall we firmly grasp the air? Let's go. It wouldn't be a good idea for me to postpone joining Jasmine down the stairs, so I moved as if to leave the place. I'll see you later then. Remember, you owe me a pizza every week for the next 6 months. I'm not gonna let go of this time. Marco's words reminded me of something. I focused on that while grumbling some farewells back to him. From my uniform side pocket, I pulled out a cap, which I nervously adjusted back onto my head. I kept it stashed away whenever I could, but right now, it might give me some courage. Is it time to catch some Pokemon? Or... My boss wasn't here, thank God. If he saw me without the cap on, he'd probably give me a truckload of swears. Normally, I hated wearing the damn thing. In here, it was kind of comforting at the least a little. It was comforting because it was one of the few things that felt normal. Ooh, elevator. Or, yeah, well, keypad at least. So, facility with white walls. Looks like we're in Aperture Science now, y'all. Welcome to Aperture Science. Marco seems fun. A lot of people love Marco first name for multiple reasons. So yeah, went down a flight of stairs on the opposite side to the one Ray took earlier. There was some kind of little lobby between the stairs and what was beyond. Stepping outside, I found myself in the last area I had thought I'd emerged into. The color of this game, too, seems to be green, which is cool. Well, my mind just thought, if I wanted to, I could totally just green screen a bunch of stupid stuff everywhere, which we're not going to do that here. But, I don't know, maybe on my own time, because it's funny. Stepping outside, I found myself in the last area I'd have thought I'd emerge into. This game is brought to you by Mountain Dew. I was in the Metro. Marco, he's so Metro. It was the underground train stations connecting sections of Montreal together through multiple colored lines. Guys, this game takes place in the mystical land of Canada. The more I looked around the station, the more this didn't make any sense to me. I was actually in Montreal once for a otaku-thon. Yeah, like 2 years ago. That was fun. I miss Canada. I want to go back to Canada. I gave up trying to understand exactly where the hell I was because no matter what station this was, I knew for a fact none of them had a spacious bar upstairs. At least there was no open bar like that directly after taking the first flight of stairs. Pizza. Yep, that didn't make any sense. I like pizza. Lifetime supplies. Oh, yeah, pizza. Then pizza I want pizza bagels, too. Jasmine came out of nowhere, having patiently waited for me down here. What is Canada? Guys, what is your guys' understanding of Canada? Also, what is Canada? Why is Canada? How is Canada? Earlier, the others said they went out to the infirmary. The hellscape that tried to trap us? You remember what's up. Yeah, Canada tried to trap us for like 4 days. It was funny. Earlier, the others said they went out to the infirmary. It's all Mr. Trudeau's fault. So we're probably going past that now. Pretty lady. A lot of pretty ladies in this game. Especially that Marco fellow. Guess we got some time to kill before the train arrives, huh? Marvin, howdy doing? What's up? Welcome. Asking all the important questions. Very much. Straight to the point, not even a hello. I assume this place didn't really have her in a jolly mood. What, you guys don't want to make out in the Metro? I mean, look at this. Look at all the dirt on the walls. Yeah. Yeah. Getting down and dirty in the Metro. I was completely lost, so I just nodded. However, I had a feeling Jasmine had picked up on my confusion. Taking a glance to the other side of the station, I saw Marco and Ray in the distance. They're getting down the Metro. Why can't we, Jasmine? Come on. Well, like she said, we had some time to kill before the train arrived. So dirty. Yeah, that's Canada for you. What the... I was curious about the place, so I could either look at stuff or talk to her. Talk? Ugh. Poor Simon is a big introvert. I'd probably need to talk to her sooner or later, so it's just a question of when. Oh god, all the eyes are looking at me. All eyes on me, friends. Alright. Let's, might as well talk to her first off. She was definitely pretty cute, but I could not afford to get distracted. If I spoke to Jasmine now, I wouldn't get the chance to look at the stuff around this place anytime. Okay, so, yeah, we will. Well, alright, we just checked her out, I guess, first off. Let's look at everything else, then. She is cute, ain't she? Funny, I didn't remember, but not as cute as Superbia. We all... If you had to choose, guys, Superbia or Jasmine. Anyway. Funny, who has the pink hair supremacy? Funny, I didn't remember the walls being like that in any station I'd seen. Yeah, I know, like, it's too pristine and clean. I hadn't visited all of them, though, so maybe that's just how this station was. Those janitors need a raise. Station walls certainly varied wildly, depending on where you were at. Yeah, like no random graffiti on the walls saying any obscenities or anything, like, whatsoever. Some of them had brick walls, while others were tiled. Some were pristine, some were decorated with graffiti, exactly. Marco with pink hair? Oh, yeah. Now you see, now that's using your 1,000 IQ. Some of them were featureless, and some of them had ads all over the place. How about this? Marco in Superbia's outfit. There we go. Some of them had ads all over the place. Most of them did, to be fair. I think the funny thing, just as a general aside thing, the main thing that stuck out to me for Birth Me Co, like, obviously the thing that, like, because I keep calling back to her, the standout character was honestly Superbia. Even though we all, like, so many of us hated her during the playthrough, and she was, I don't know, she definitely was quite something. She's just all the main thing that I remember, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Also the voice, but everything like that. Yeah, shouts to Superbia. How's she doing nowadays? There was the open doorway we used to access the metro, too. You have no idea who Superbia is? Well, some of you guys need to get educated on what a Superbia is. Oh, man, Superbia. Superbia is quite superb. Definitely check out Birth Me Co for Superbia. That's all you need. Like, Superbia's in this game? Sold instantly. There was the open doorway we used to access the metro, too. The door was thick and heavy-looking. Same thing with Jasmine. Thick and heavy-looking. It was a sliding door, so from here, it looked like a solid block of metal embedded inside the wall. That one also applies to Jasmine for some reason. We love our Superbia memes. Oh, yes. Indeed, super bitch. We back, guys? Yeah, we back? The thing disconnected for like a second. We back, guys? Yo, we guys all good? It just like randomly disconnected for like 1 second. We back? Seems good? Cool. Alright. I have a question for you guys. What the fork just happened? Also, hey, Miracle Moon. Does this game have any forks in it? If you guys don't know about forks. Forks, guys. It wasn't there last time I came in here. All the screens used to be suspended, but this one was mounted on the wall with 4 mega large screws behind it. Currently, it was powered off. Hello, Mystics, what's up? That TV was bigger than any other I'd ever seen. Clearly that must have cost a fortune. Yeah, what the fork just happened? Marco would lose his mind if I brought something like that back home. No forks in it? Darn. Should have been like a pre-order bonus, especially as it would be considered theft. On second thought, it was best to just not mess with it. Alright, and then we'll check out the wall, and then check out the dark, dangerous hallway. Danger, staff only. That's what it said. That little maintenance hall was shrouded in darkness. That's where the staff usually went to fix all the subway's problems whenever it had any. Does it have spoons? Well, maybe does it have any spooning with Marco in it? Unless we had some sort of key, we wouldn't get back there. Only maintenance dudes were allowed to go in, so I had no idea what was inside. Definitely watch this later. Right on first name. Cool. Arrivederci. And then we got this one. It was too dark in there. I could barely make out some kind of weird metallic gate. If Jasmine wasn't going in, then I assumed it was locked and searching it wouldn't help me in the least. Next to the little maintenance hall was a yellow stripe on the ground, which stretched across the entire border of the station. If I stepped beyond it, I'd fall down onto the rails. Those were the rails used to guide the trains around. If the mastermind ends up being Thomas the Tank Engine, I don't even know. They're pretty dangerous. Thomas is the killer? A sign next to them said 750 volts. Yikes! 121 gigawatts, Marty. If I touched that, it would kill me for sure. And then now we can talk to the cute girl. You've been acting a bit lost. Are you sure you're all okay there? I didn't really know how to tell her. On one hand, I didn't want her to find I had no clue about what the fuck was going on, when they all clearly did. It would make me look like I didn't have my stuff together. On the other hand, I was at a severe disadvantage not understanding. Well, see, it's like that. I'm a little lost right now, to put it simply. Like, I just woke up, but I have no idea how I even got here. Luckily for me, Jasmine was a kind person, always had my back, and she listened. Finally, understanding what nagged at me, she began explaining in vague terms. You just join and all you hear is Thomas the Train, the killer. That's how you know it's gonna be a good playthrough. What's up, how you doing? I think I know what you have right now, and that sounds like amnesia to me. It's probably super dangerous, not convenient amnesia. It's super dangerous if I go too fast, due to how the memories are like, locked right now or something. I'll just take it slowly then, assuming it's temporary. I guess I can explain the minimum to you, just so you know and understand enough at least. If you say so. Yeah, normal text scroll is perfect too. I don't really know much about amnesia, but I still want to know what the hell's going on. Peace out, fella cyber. Try to watch this later. Cool. Peace out. Where is this place? Who's Ray? How is Ray, rather? Jasmine nodded comprehensively. We proceeded to move to a more open area of the station so she could tell me everything while we waited for the train. Alright, so listen closely here. You must have noticed we're in the metro, and you know this is the place that links all of Montreal together. I honestly... You're seeing Gula again? Whoa, yeah, Gula too. Like, it goes Superbia, Trist, Gula, Lux, like, in terms of, like, people to stand out peeps in that playthrough. I honestly don't know who Ray is, so I'll talk about what I know. I don't know him, but I sure can smell him. There are 5 colored themed lines, but you already know all this. What's really important is the fact we're actually stuck here. Yeah, the reason why Ray is as he is because no one ever asked how he was. So sad. So sad. There's no way out. We already tried to force the doors open. No dice. Instead, as some weirdo with a mask told us, with a mask, we had to play some kind of game. I felt a shiver run up my spine at that. This felt a little like one of those escape the room new age reality games. Yep. Except for the fact we were clearly not paying to be entertained here. At least it's not one of those dancing games. Most of all, Marco would actually be the stand-up probably for that. Most of all, though this place is... It's actually Ray. This place is really dangerous because if we disobey the rules, well, we're going to die. Well, I figured that much. I mean, it's not my first rodeo. Yay, games and such. Suddenly Superbia appears riding a train. No one... So, Superbia riding Thomas the Tank Engine, you're saying? Though I guess that weird man said it like, we'll get punished, but he did explain what that entailed. As swallowed. She had to be joking. Surely it wasn't real and someone was just toying around with us? It was then that I noticed the collars too, that Jasmine was wearing around her neck. Cool, I thought that was just all for fashion. But anyway, let's play a game. Where's Jigsaw? Man, I should get a Jigsaw mask just for funny stupidness too. Like, I have my box full of props, as you guys know. That'd be fun. Come to think of it, Marco and Ray had also been wearing a collar like that, hadn't they? I didn't even need to check my own neck. I could feel one there too. I decided against touching it. It seemed dangerous somehow. We have to find someone with the number 9 to leave. What is this game? 69 turns to die? So far, we aren't finding anything, no matter how much we explore. We're supposed to go to each station in a pair, you see, because I waited for her to continue, but it took a while, and as the seconds passed, I could tell she was trying to... It felt like she was trying to stop herself from giggling. Because this is the dating game, and then, like, the UI turns all pink and, like, glittery, and it's just like, ooh, woo, welcome to the dating game, and then, like, yeah, we get on some, like, frilly fucking stupid train, and just like, yeah, dating, ooh. So does this mean, oh, that means Marco and Ray are on their date? I ship it. Yeah, kind of kinky. What the f... Ooh, we're playing the dating game. Love or die. Pretty much all my fears left at this moment, and instead I was staring at it with the same irresistible desire to laugh. Imagine dying, and then the man says, the day he died, what the hell? The dating game? We're definitely being toyed with here. That's what I think. You thought it was the mystery game. But it was Dio's dating simulator. No. No? Just as suddenly as the mood shifted to something lighter, it reverted to something rather uncomfortable, as Jasmine stared at me, no longer amused. With the most serious tone in the world, she completed her thought. As ridiculous as the name is, someone might have died already. Well, you know. A glacial feeling spread through me. I guess you could say that man is forever alone. Crawling upward along my legs to latch onto my back, aka me on Valentine's Day. Something like that. See? There's character for everyone. Something, something. It was tightening my stomach, creating a knot in my throat. I mean, if there's 9 people, someone had to be forever alone. Creating a knot in my throat. Wait, might? Yeah, might have. There's no way. That's a joke, isn't it? And besides, might? So you aren't sure? Jasmine looked at me as seriously as she could ever be. Now this is just an episode of The Bachelor. I mean, Marco, will you take all of the chat's roses? It's complicated. Like our relationship, Simon, it's complicated. But if what I saw was real, someone really died, so as funny as the name is, this is real. Don't start getting complacent on me. This is dangerous, so don't do anything to put yourself in danger. Okay? Whoa, you go, KGO. Hey, what's up, Al? How you doing? Whoa, you go, big guy. She looked discouraged at this point. Hey, there's Thomas. Before she spoke more, a train arrived at our platform. I waited for a few seconds looking at Jasmine, who looked back at me. Alright, play the music. Where have you been? Da-do-do-do-do-do. Then I looked at the train again. The dating game, huh? That was stupid. That was a stupid name. You choose me? Shouts to Ralph. How's Ralph doing? And yet, as she walked forward and tugged me into the train, there was no avoiding it. I can see Marco getting, like... I can see Marco giving, actually, someone, like, the card that says, you choose me? And then he just gets pepper sprayed in the face. There was no avoiding it. I was going on a date with Jasmine then. A date that could very well kill me. Then again, don't most dates go that way? What the yeah, right, something like that. I had absolutely no clue where we were going. Looks like we're in a... The best description for trains, guys, or rather the subway, is it's a mobile apartment with no rent. I had absolutely no clue where we were going. I was having issues thinking about it due to, well, everything else. Hi, what's this game? Hello, Dweeb. This game is a visual novel death game in the style of games like Danganronpa and Zero Escape. Something something. It's the prequel to the game Birth Me Code, the visual novel where you're the mastermind, and it's currently not out yet, but the full game is releasing on the 9th of this month. We just get to check a look early, thanks to Miracle Moon. The situation was still alien. One thing for sure, all I had been told was making me feel nauseous. I wanna hold your hand. Yeah, imagine holding hands. Marco's the kind of guy to hold hands on first date. Yet for all it was, I couldn't sit down. Normally, I would have. Marco's the kind of guy to talk to the girl on the first date. What a slut. I just needed to do something in this familiar yet unfamiliar place. Feeling a little unfocused? I'll get out. Oh, bing bong, bing bong. Here we go. A 3-step ding-dong echoed, signaling the train was leaving the station. When it took off, I reflexively grabbed onto one of the beams for support. Crap. Those things were full of germs. That was why I usually sat down. Germs are inevitable, guys. I had to wash my hands soon. There's a distinct lack of hobos on this train. Unlike most subways I've been in, I had to wash my hands soon. Always wash your hands and wear your mask, folks. Prochaine station. Don't make me speak French. Alright, I'm gonna speak the most broken French, most broken everything, purposefully. Canadian French, too, alright. Security, eh? There we go. Prochaine station, security, eh? At least that was familiar. It was the announcer speaking as a lady's voice, whose entire job had been to record public service announcements for those who use the metro lines. Hon, 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 baguette, Scott Pilgrim. They were in French because we're in Montreal, of course. That was actually the funny thing about Montreal, where we mostly stayed in Ottawa. Me and my friend Nozomu, or Viking, for our Canada trip. We mostly stayed in Ottawa, but then we had to go into Montreal for the convention, Otakuthon. And as soon as we switch, and like Ottawa is English priority, French is a secondary. And then as soon as we crossed over to Montreal, boom! Everything is French! And we have no idea where we're going. Which was pretty fun, though, honestly. I actually like French just in general. But anyway. Because we're in Montreal, of course. It was a nice train ride. Yeah, the trains are pretty good. What do you think of the planes, friend? Oh, yes. Alright. They were in French, because we're in Montreal. Of course, translated literally, it's just next station, with the name of the station. However, the station wasn't named correctly. The messages must have been changed, but why? Lilith voice. We'll do the Lilith voice next, because, yeah, it's supposed to be the lady. Did they want to make it clear what we'd find at each station? Or were they worried about copyright? Ooh, random, like, migraine or something. 1 second. Let me also just write this down. Let me just write this down. You have to give me a good idea, Greg, for something stupid, stupid meme. Alright, cool. We'll do that for later. Were they worried about copyrights? Nah, it couldn't be that stupid. You've been going to Otakuthon for the past 10 years? Oh, crazy. Miracle, when I was at Otakuthon 2 years ago, I might have, like, just crossed by you, just, like, passed by you, like, you know, at the con or something. That'd be crazy. Small world, you know? I definitely want to go again, just in general. Another time. You know, once life isn't stupid, of course. But anyway, since we had some time, I decided to strike up some conversation with Jasmine. If you saw a 0 from 999, that was you? Oh, damn. We didn't. We went on Saturday, not Sunday. So if you were there on Saturday, like, in 2019, we might have crossed by you. We didn't see a 0, though. But it would have been cool to see a 0. Since we had some time, I decided to strike up some conversation with Jasmine. Welcome back, Magenta. So, Jasmine's occupation. We can go through all this, I guess. Well, I do want to know the current... Well, I'm guessing the current year is 2022, just based on the Steam thing. We'll go through everything. Start from the top. Just go down. Hey, Jazz. You should call me Jay here just to be safe. Oh, right. Anyway, I meant to ask about how the job's going. My graphical designs? They're all going by swimmingly. Sometimes I wonder if I should have studied further, though. Not that I can justify going back right now. I got a big client, Jazz. I got a big client who wants me to jazz hands, make large nature landscapes, and it's really difficult. Making backgrounds is funny. I'm not very good with the colors he's involving in it. Something. Watch Bob Ross to learn how to make nature landscapes, of course. And the general detail of it is like, whoa. The pay is probably good to offset that, though. I know you wouldn't take a job you didn't think you could do. Correct. I didn't know what to add to that, so I added nothing. Jasmine always had her shit together. A complete contrast to me. Alright, we only get to ask one? Damn, that's fine. That's fine. The train stopped at the station. Seeing as Jasmine wasn't moving to leave, I didn't either. It's possible, yeah, we went on Saturday, so, yeah. Because the other thing with that too, Matt, was we could have seen Carson, our community's resident Canadian, except he only went on Sunday because he's silly. I had to follow her lead, at least until I understood my predicament better. All hail Bob Ross? Yeah. Instead, I took a seat on one of the various colorful benches scattered about. Usually go on all 3 days, or did before last year. Because last year did not exist. Yeah, exactly. So, we could have we definitely might have been able, like, we definitely might have passed by you. It's just that Otakuthon is big, so. The last thing I wanted to happen was her to think that I was useless, yeah. I needed to rest to be in shape. I didn't want her to think I was useless. I just want her to call me useless and step on, okay, well, down boy, down Simon. But I'd already rested on that couch, no? Unless I was carried there. Hey, what are you thinking about? Bing bong, ding dong. She's doing the librarian glasses thing, you know? Okay. Prochaine station, laboratoire. God damn it. That voice. I honestly miss doing that voice, just in general. The announcer cut her off rather rudely as the train station set off again. I don't know. Damn, Simon, I know. If anything's the matter, you can tell me. We're in this together. She flashed a smile. Yeah, she was dependable to a fault. So, okay, now we can say some more. Simon's occupation, mental health. Let's talk about Marco. So, what do you think of Marco? He's cute, isn't he? What the? You two haven't met before today. Oh, they haven't. Interesting. I don't know. Your roommate has been kinda distant with me. Do you know what's up with that? Is he... She made a motion with her hands, but I couldn't understand what she meant. Sign language. Oh. Is he like this? God damn it. She was pointing at me while making a V with her fingers. God damn it again. Huh? No, that was counting. She was doing the sign for 2. Wait, hold on. No, that's not like it at all. We're just roommates! Not like this! Not like this! Oh, that's a relief. I mean, I didn't take you for that kind of guy. That kind of guy? Hey, there was nothing wrong with... I remember how you looked at Miss Penmill back in college. Penmill? Hang on a second. That sounds familiar. Penmill does sound familiar. If it's who I think it is, maybe. Fingers in his ass. Back in college. Whoa, hey. That was 6 years ago. Just went skiing with him in his dreams. Oh yeah, just skiing. And Greg, by skiing you mean you know stupid sexy Flanders? Where it's like, feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. That's Marco. There you go. Stupid sexy Marco. Listen, you're impossible. You can't just bring that back up. That's not fair. Well, this date's going well, yeah. This just happens with all of our dates. You know, we go on a date with a girl and suddenly we're just talking about Marco's booty. And all she had to offer as a retort was a mocking giggle. Why did she see everything all the time? Every time anything happened, she just knew exactly what was going on. You remember who Penmill is, you believe? I feel like I know who it is as well, you know, like, just, you know. I cursed myself for ever having a crush on that teacher. If it's the teacher I think it is, well, but maybe not. I think it's probably someone else, actually. I don't know. Someone could probably tell me, you know, DM me, you know what I mean? Because, again, that's also a spoiler for BMEC. Before I could do anything else, we arrived at the laboratory. Jasmine shook her head when I rose up to my feet. Marco being an awesome wingman even if he isn't here. I mean, Marco being... Marco, you know, just like getting all the ladies and the men, even when he's not here. He just has that effect on people. Hello, space, and, indeed. This one's already done, so we don't need to go here. And the next one, that's the one some of the others chose to go to. Superbia may cry, oh yes. Oh right, you don't know about them. A crocodile tear for everyone. I don't mean Em and Ray. I cry because Superbia's not in the game. I don't mean Em and Ray. We're 8 here in total. There was something that didn't feel right somehow. The amount of people was 8, but it wasn't what was nagging me. What was nagging at me was the train's trajectory. Prochaine station, infirmary. I had to ask her about it, but first I wanted to catch up more with her some more. It was, for all I knew, the only opportunity I might have had to do so in here. Sam's occupation, current situation, current year, mental health. Let's learn about ourselves now. Clearly our mental health, or rather our state of mind, is in fragments. Current situation, we're on a date. Okay, no, I'm going to ask about the current situation. If we have one more thing, we'll then ask about Simon, but current situation. According to the name of the dating game, we were going on a date. Wait, what was I thinking? Come to Canada. It's pretty chill here. Yeah, it's cold as dicks, because Canada. Wait, what was I thinking? A date? In here? Once again, the feeling of nausea overcame me. It's not the worst date. There's been worse dates rather than just being, you know, having a date on a subway. I mean, like, you could go on a date to Sandwich Subway. Show her my $5 footlong. It's not even 5. What the? But why wasn't I happy about that? It must have been because, yeah, it was a date. Maybe the French call it date. Considering the collars, the eeriness of the location, and everything else, it didn't feel like one. I was just thinking how all this is so weird. Cali kid? Yeah. I still can't wrap my head around it. We're not really in the metro, are we? Just a recreation? Well, so far, it looks like we are. Whoever that Smiley guy is, Smiley. Sue Miley. He seems able to remodel the stations on his own. Hello, panda person. What's up? I can't believe that. Smiley guy. I had to ask her about him. Like, let's put a smile on that face. That guy, right? What about that guy, then? Oh, he's kind of the mastermind behind all this, I guess. He looked really weird. Like some kind of cultist. Struggling to think of a Date quip. Horniness, boobs, something. Whatever we're in, it's not good. I mentally agreed. How did I even get into this mess anyway? Oh yeah, guys. Since this is the month of / the month of love, something. Shall we play Isomnia Files this month? Sounds like a plan. How did I even get into this mess anyway? I didn't remember pissing off anybody important. I was just a guy who studied artistic stuff. Had I delivered, I might have pissed off my parents because, oh, you'll need to be doctor or lawyer. Had I delivered the wrong pizza to the wrong person? Don't make me play the Spider-Man pizza theme. Don't make me play the Spider-Man pizza theme. Nah, never again. No, even that didn't make any sense. I concur. She mentioned a cultist just now. Had I angered some kind of cult then? The Play Zero escape cult? The chances of not only me, but also Jasmine and Marco having done it were slim. Play it, please. I like to see how much support there is for Isomnium, so that's pretty cool. There was no way it had anything to do with Ray, was there? He was big and menacing. He had a physique that could let him move heavy objects around, like crates. If someone could have done all this, then that person had to be strong, or they had a lot of help. I brought everything back to my earlier thought, deciding that was enough for now. My available time before the train arrived at our destination was getting shorter and shorter. So, couldn't we just ride the train all the way to the end? No, it's impossible because the train seems to stop at a station we haven't cleared, and it doesn't move then. In short, when it stops and doesn't go off again, a group of 2 must leave the train. The next one's taken already. After that is ours. Simple enough. She really knew everything about what was going on, huh? She's totally not the mastermind, right? Like, she totally has nothing to do with being involved with the culprit. Totally not. I was about to confront her about that, since it might give an idea for how long this whole thing had been going on, but the train arrived at the station. I expected to go off again this time, but contrary to what she said, the next station was not our stop. The train did not move to leave. The train going to Station Square is now leaving shortly. Ah, yeah, this is happening. God damn it, Sonic. I had a bad feeling about this. Seeing as this was apparently our destination, though, we both left the train momentarily. There's one screen in this game, guys, that some of you guys are really gonna like. I'm just gonna say that. There's this one screen that has a certain character some of you guys may know that you guys might enjoy. All I'm gonna say is we'll hopefully get to that one soon. Just because I know some of you guys will definitely like to see that. But anyway. It looks like this station is actually free to explore. I won't say who is in that screen. Some of you guys might know. I just know that specifically some of you guys would definitely enjoy it. Welcome to Station Square. Oh yes, the train leaving the Mystic Ruins. Is that a problem? Now that I asked, I remembered what she said earlier about the others. Anyone else who may know, of course, keep it a secret, please. But yeah, we'll see when we get to it, if we do. She took the lead, stepping further ahead of me, closer to the doorframe. That screen. Yes, that one. Yeah, that's really weird because the others went here. 2 of them did. An older guy and some really weird girl with a mask and headphones. A Twitch streamer. Yeah, exactly. Hey, anyone here? Jasmine called out in the station, but there was no reply. My stomach tightened as a flash of a thought went through my head. Superbia, Superbia, Superbia. Now that's the thought I had. Jasmine said, someone died already. Could it be? Did the others also? No way. I know that there's a character based on another character from another game, Zero Escape somewhat, but anyway, we'll get to that when we get to that. They'd be fine too. For sure. I shook my head to get out of that stupor. Looks like there's no one, so... The train had already gone, and the only way back was to cross the rails to take a train from the other side. But The rails were definitely too dangerous to cross. Giving a glance over there, I noticed it. The indication. Ooh, 750 volts. That's the voltage going through those rails at all times. If we touch them, we were toast. We would become toast. We would become a mori. Not to mention, we'd become bread, guys. Hey guys, bread. Not to mention, crossing was dangerous because what if a train was coming? The much safer alternative was to go up the stairs. I'll admit I've never watched Thomas the Tank Engine, and I would have sung the title theme at that point. But hey, if any of you guys know it, just sing it in your head or something. Cross the other side using the station above and come back down there. All toasters toast. I was going to suggest it, but Jasmine had things to tell me. Looks like this is where we're going. I could have sworn the others were here, but the door is open, which means they either solved this place already or they didn't come here at all. And if they solved this place, then the train should have left earlier with us inside it. Simon did not succumb, which means this is ours to deal with. Do you feel okay now? Yeah, I can handle myself. Okay, good. Upstairs, we're going to have to solve some stuff. All the places here are kind of like escape rooms, which we also just unlocked something in the lexicon. You know what those are, right? Lexicon is basically like a little, what's the word? Just like a little index of different things in the game. Like different things that are important to the game, like as a whole. Yep. Like a little compendium, yep. I'll take care of most of it since you're still, you know, not entirely caught up. But I might need help. Sure. Hey, how do I ask this? There's no time limit or anything, right? They usually call the lexicon tips. Nope. Tips like Marth, of course, right? We could take a week and we'd be fine. But we might need to eat and drink. So I guess our time is our biological functions. Lexicon entries. Just the tip, potentially. Our biological functions, yep. Say, you know a whole lot about this place, Jazz. You would think it'd be a little suspicious, right, how much that she knows, but I mean, you know, who knows. I changed the topic for something that has been bothering me. She looked at me with a smile and a winky face. Oh, I'm just perceptive, that's all. Totally. It's just my intuition, of course. And besides, it's been a few stations already, so I'm getting the hang of it. Though you should probably call me Jay here, so people don't figure out our names. You could even call me JJ, the jet plane, at your service. I don't know how much Smiley can hear us here. I don't want to leave him anything compromising if he just took us at random. Smiley, is that right? As much as I'd like to ask about him, you probably don't know any more than I do, huh? She nodded and walked into the open staircase. I followed along, though when I entered, I stopped there for a bit. There was a good reason for that. The staircase was the same as the lounge, but when I entered, the door had closed behind me. I think also, guys, just as a general thing, I might be interested after playing through Hedda's Code in full, or just like, you know, just at some point, going back to the original just to see how it is and just to see what's different and how much the new one is an upgrade, right? Because when was the original one made and just everything like that too? The door had closed behind me. It shut off our way back out. Jay, we just need the mask and the cheerleader outfit. Yeah, just the mask stays on during coitus is what you're saying, right? Just, oh, please be my Superbia. I took a glance over towards Jasmine, but she had already gone up the stairs. Way worse in every aspect. Still, you know, my curiosity is also piqued, though, just to show how much you've gotten better at it and just, you know, show how far you've come and all that. That'd be cool, too, you know? Hey, come up, too. Yeah, coming. Massive jump? Yeah, just seeing the massive jump might be cool to see, just in general. Because we all have to start somewhere. I couldn't stay down here and be left behind. Once again, the thought that I didn't want to appear useless came over me. That's right. I had to join her in the search of this place. With only one way to go forward, I took the stairs. Ah, stairs! Stairs! Elevator. What about elevator fun times? Arriving at the top, I saw what she'd meant much earlier. Ooh. Something. Examine my smooth brain. And remember to... Finally, I can wash my hands, too. I remember this station as being a completely different station. It's better crafted than BM than Birth Me Code as well. I know that you're also updating Birth Me Code just a little bit, too, which is cool. Inside, it was actually an infirmary. I was a little surprised by that. Perhaps I hadn't believed what the announcer told us before. One cool thing, too, maybe. Just something at the end of Hedda's code, or just sometime eventually, too, just during this playthrough. Because I know people have been asking the Patreon questions for Birth Me Code. Might be cool to go back, just load up Birth Me Code, just to check out some of the questions, right? Because I know it's been updated since the last time I played it. That might be cool. I can also ask some questions myself, too, if need be. If you do, you'll never finish. I mean, that's the thing with, like, creative people. I mean, you always have the ability to go back. I mean, I don't know. Shouts to George Lucas, you know? I mean, he constantly went back and, you know, fixed up his movies. You can hide the UI in case you want to check out the sick backgrounds. Very much, yeah. All these were just, you know, handmade and all that, you know? Something. Looks good. I'm looking forward to any potential CGs as well, if those, like, exist at all in the game. I was a little surprised by that. Perhaps I hadn't believed what the announcer told us before. The game will knock your socks off with screen and sound effects. Right on. Like, what is it? Something. Just definitely also get too excited for the third in the series, too. Just after all you learned from the other two entries. Oh, there you are. Hello, clown. What's up? How you doing? UI's really nice. I like the green aesthetic, too, you know what I'm saying? Oh, there you are. The room has a lot of weird stuff. It's not weird, Jay. You just haven't been you have not been in an infirmary before, have you? That's just like, you have not in an infirmary. That's just, oh, heart doesn't roll off the tongue too well. In an infirmary. I don't think so, no. I already searched those drawers over there. I remembered that I needed to wash my hands. Always wash your hands, folks, especially after a Subway. Also, sandwich Subway. After touching stuff in the train, I really needed a good rinse. I need to wash my hands so I can then hold her hand. There was a sink next to the counter. Marco touched my hand. Now I'm never washing this hand. Next to the counter, so I made a beeline for it. You know, that makes sense. Enjoy the timeline of Birth Me Code. All the functions made it so much simpler to get to the other endings than the majority of visual novels. That is also very true, Jenna. Yeah, like, I really can definitely give you kudos, MM, on just the fact that, you know, just the convenience of being able to jump around and also, you know, just, you know, I guess the word, just lack of a better word, customize the save files to be able to just, you know, get all the endings and everything need be, like, real easily. Before we keep going, too, just since I'm on that. Oh, we can't check out the flowchart. Never mind. Not yet. When we get to it, then. Anyway, what's up? Yeah, so for people who don't know, yeah, this is, as Cyber7 saying, visual novel death game, part of the same series as Birth Me Code, prequel to Birth Me Code, actually, which I played through previously on my channel. You know, that makes sense. I should have cleaned my hands, too. You didn't? That's definitely a sin in one of our existing religions, I'm sure. Yeah, just one of them. Probably offending... I don't know what you're offending, but you're probably offending something. Shouts to Twitter. Hey, hold up. I was going to do so now that you reminded me of it. See you, Austin. I'm not a heathen or anything. All my friends are heathens. You better repent. That's right. Please, repent. I just meant to tease her, but I didn't know if she took it that way. Not too far. There was some sort of bed. It looked comfortable. Hey, you don't mind if I take a nap, right? It'll be quick. Just a few minutes. Not really. I'll go search elsewhere in this place for a while then and come back here later. Any guys ever, like, pretend to be sick in school just so you can go to the infirmary? Or, like, go to the nurse's office to, like, sleep or like, take a little bit of a nap for a little bit? Because, I'll admit, I've done that a few times. Those beds are pretty comfy. Also, school can be a little silly sometimes, but yeah, no. Yeah, I've done that before. Any of you guys ever do that? I'm almost done with my coffee, too. Come back here later. You guys actually... Oh, you didn't have a nurse's office in your school? What, do Canadian schools not have that? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'll just finish on my coffee, why not? I'll holler if something's wrong. Like if some slime monster crawls out of the sink now that I woke it up by running the faucet. Oh, that's just ridiculous now. Or is it? Dun dun dun. Suddenly, Dragon's Quest. And yet, she moved away. You faked being sick just to leave school? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've done that too. I'll admit. Anyway. And yet, she moved away. Did I finally get back at her? Oh, so some of you guys, like in Italy, don't have it? Weird. Alright. Did I finally get back at her? I didn't know. But one thing I knew. This bed was going to give me a good nap. Oh, yes. They don't have blankets, though. That is the one downside to nurses' offices. But, you know, either way, maybe that's why I didn't sleep on couches, too. Just now I'm in crisscross applesauce position, just a little more comfy. No matter how comfortable they were, when I woke up, I always felt like shit. It's because there's no blankets, that's why. You know, you gotta curl up like a little homeless lady. This rest was just what I needed. Mrs. Poff, is it nap time? Now lying on the bed, I closed my eyes and drifted off. Maybe we can remember or get some flashbacks going. But the more I tried to sleep, the more I couldn't. Yeah, I always hate that too. Yeah, that happens too. This bed was remarkably uncomfortable. What is it, made of cardboard? I didn't notice it until I was on it, but it was kind of hard. Like it seemed countless use and hardened with time. Like Ray. This bed feels like Ray. It's so grizzled and gruff and it was probably used for short examinations. Go figure. Anyone want Marco to give them a thorough examination? Down, boy. Go figure. We were in an infirmary and not a luxurious hotel suite. A luxuria hotel suite. What the fork? I rose back up while grumbling some profanities. Hello, dumb self. How you doing? What's up? Oh, it's hard, all right. All in all, the entire process had taken a few minutes. I wondered what Jasmine was doing now, but since she wasn't around, I didn't feel the need to call for her yet. Wait, maybe if I searched around, that might be helpful. Yeah. This was a fairly spacious room after all. Jasmine wouldn't have to do everything by herself. And then, she'd be grateful, and it would be a successful date. What if actually, like, it's mostly a meme, because you guys know I always just say stupid stuff but on purpose, but sometimes it actually comes true, so it's just like, it's actually funny. But, what if the point of the dating game is basically how well we work with our partner, and how compatible we are, per se, and if we do badly, we get fucking murdered, and then they move on and try, like, it's like those, like, speed dating games that people do at, like, conventions or just, like, other things, right? It's like, it's literally like a dating game, like, I mean, dating is a game, you know? Something like that. Just, we move on until we find the two most compatible people, or some crazy thing like that. It would be a successful date. That was probably just wishful thinking. I didn't think I could ever get to her level. Slapping my cheeks with both hands, I woke myself up. Alright, Simon, now's the time. It's time to search the shit out of this place and then call for her when I found something cool. Cracks the code. Oh, yes. Nice. Look at them beautiful, beautiful eyes. He's got square pupils. Fancy. Alright. Now it's time to check a look at this place. Let's look at the map, too. We are in the infirmary. Achievement unlocked. Where's the exit? Cool. Can we, nope. So, infirmary and X marks the spot. Fancy. That was awesome. Looked pretty cool. Which cheeks, Simons? Obviously, magenta. Marco's cheeks. What's this? So yeah, seek a way out and all that or something. This handrail had some screws. I wondered if I could somehow take them off. We'll probably have to find a screwdriver, maybe in here. Cupboard was locked. No, wait, only one of the doors was locked. The other opened after I messed with it for a little bit. Very 999, of course. Inside was just a coin, nothing big. Well, you can use a coin to unscrew the screws before, as well, like I've done that before. The coin itself was a little bigger than a $2 coin. Again, Canada. On it was a large engraved 8. Was it worth $8? No way. Coins were worth up to 2, not 8. Still, it seemed useful for something or another, so I pocketed it. Which then, now we can use that. Yep, exactly. Aha! The 8 coin I found earlier unscrewed the screws, preventing me from getting screwed out of whatever it hid. Screwy Ruma. Inside one of the ends was a small USB stick. Oh. It was probably safe to call Jasmine over since I found something important. I could also take a look around the room some more if I really wanted to. Well, it's probably not the only thing we have to do, so let's just search everything else. Now, do you simp for Marco or simp for Simon? Now, who says you can only simp for one person? That's another question. I wonder why that was called a cupboard. Was it because people first put cups inside of them? Or we could have Marco's head on Simon's body. Was it because people first put cups inside of them? But then, that's not a board, that's a box. Let me ask you guys a question, too. This is Birth Me Code related. Who was your guys' favorite character from Birth Me Code? And why was it Superbia, but also other people's favorites? Probably a lot of Superbia and Nvidia, of course, but anyway. But that's not a board, that's a box. I mean, that's actually... You know what? Thinking about it, some very interesting parallels, because in Birth Me Code, the first two people you saw were Superbia and Nvidia. Superbia with her pink hair, and Nvidia is Nvidia. And then now in this game, your first two people that you see are your two best friends, Jasmine, who has pink hair, and Marco, who is Marco. That's actually just something that I've noticed now too, which I guess if you played this game first and went into Birth Me Code, you'd be all like, hey wait, these are kind of like my two friends that I had that were Simon's friends. Just like an interesting little parallel, I guess I noticed. But that's not a board, that's a what's in the box? Wouldn't it be better to call them cup boxes? The surface of the counter was so shiny. This had been cleaned up with the utmost precision. Too bad there was nothing else of interest there. Keep checking out the sink if you haven't. You gotta wash those hands until your hands turn into nubs, is what they're saying. So, we will. Let's also just check out everything else. Let's check out the big brain. This poster was made of crude drawings depicting weird things about the eyes and the brain. It was written in a language I did not understand. English? Ugh. Or maybe it was just too complicated for me. Whoever drew this had no artistic talents whatsoever. 3 shelves were mounted above the surface of the counter. I didn't know if anything on them would be useful. There were some glasses, a radio for some reason, pill bottles, a box. Nothing I could really combine or use in any way. This escape room sucked! Even if we weren't timed, I still felt as though I wasted some time with this side. Also, it made me wonder about the purpose to all this. If this was called the dating game, why would they put us in a room that encouraged us to split up? Also, what is it? Something, well, I mean, clinginess usually is a red flag, but anyway, something like that. Encouraged us to split up. This also isn't timed, right? I think, like, I saw it before. Like, it's not a time thing. He's just, just gotta make sure. Wouldn't the idea be that we'd cooperate by doing something together? I shook my head. Back to the search. Whatever, man. It's just all in name. You drew the stuff on the whiteboard. You had no artistic talent whatsoever? Oh, a little jab at yourself, I see. The fan was... I can tell you, those are some, like, for crudely drawn squiggles, those are some of the best crudely drawn squiggles I've ever seen. The fan was turned off, making this room a little hotter than it should have been. I could have thought up something cheesy like, it's hotter because Jasmine was here, but I didn't. That's not my character. Wait. Damn. I thought it up in the end, so I had to think to point out I didn't. Damn. Unfortunately, Simon, pervy MC is inevitable in these kinds of games, it seems like. Even if I could take off the grating and the blades, which I couldn't, I wouldn't fit in there. Neither would Jasmine, most likely as a result of all the cake she loved to eat so much. My cake? Someday I need to tell her to lay off eating more since it just made her butt bigger. Now, are you sure you want to do that? Anyway, I figured some people might think that's a good thing, but her health's on the line here. You know. Simon's got game. Simon's got game. Apparently Jasmine's got booty. Again, remember, hick. This bed was a bad bed. That was really all I have to say about it. Bad bed. Bad. That bed kind of bad, though. It was just a sink with cleaning supplies underneath it. Nothing worth noting. Wash your hands, fool. It was still just a sink. It even worked correctly. Both faucets made water flow. Make it flow like water, grasshopper. But it was still a sink and nothing else. I have this sinking feeling. It was so shiny, though. I could see my face reflected in the sink. I fucking love this sink! Oh my god! This was a marvelous sink. I was lost in my own image. This sink is glorious. Time passed and I didn't feel it. All I could see was the sink. All there was in this world was the sink! Praise be to the sink. Wait, what the hell? For a moment I felt like my existence was slipping away. Let's think about it. We simping for the sink now, y'all? One of God's commandments was to not worship false deities. In that moment, I knew God was the false prophet. God was a sink. In that moment, I decided to take that advice and get back to the search. God is a sink, clearly. What's up? Hey, Jay. How fareth thine searcheth? I heard some rustling from a nearby area. Soon enough. Would you like to... Turns out we're a something. Jehovah's sink witness? Jasmine wandered back into the section, clutching in her hand a key. I would like to tell you about my crazy new religion, Syncology. Clutching in her hand a key. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? I hold in mine grasp an object of value, in which thine heart I may unlock so. Hey, whoa, you're Jasmine, not Juliet. Please don't be Juliet. Romeo and Juliet is fucked up enough. With her fist pushed onto her hips, looking annoyed, she stared at me like I just ruined a joke. Remember what I said about the nicknames? Oh shit, she was right. God damn it. Come on, Simon. Okay. You're Jay, not Jay. Get it? Call me JJ, because they had begun the same way. Okay, Othello, get dressed. Hey, do you want to be lit? Maybe, is she Juliet, or is she more of a Lady Macbeth? I guess we shall see. Get it? Shakespeare humor. And you're not Romeo at all either. More like, I'm trying to think of something stupid from Shakespeare. I don't know. Shakespeare's Shakespeare. And you're not Romeo at all either. Well, something. No, here's the thing. No matter which Shakespeare character we choose, they're all dead in the end anyway. So no matter who I choose, we're all gonna die. I bet he'd have swept me right off my feet. I cleared my throat while she moved again, this time looking for something on one of the cupboard doors. Shake that spear, Simon. Oh yes. Perhaps I could have swept her off her feet, but only in the metaphorical sense. Looking for something? Also, can I check as well what, we're still in media res. Okay. Looking for something. Waiting for something to happen. I just finished looking around this place. Yeah, lock. I think I found it. Oh? And she inserted the key into it. Turning it, she opened the cupboard, taking out a strange tablet. Spoilers, Romeo dies at the end. Here's the thing. Every fucking, Shakespeare protagonist is dying. That's, 90% of them. So, it's not even, it's not even a spoiler at this point. Also, it's, from 700 years ago, so, Taking out a strange tablet. Alas, poor Marco. I knew him well. Too simp or not too simp for Marco? There you go. That is the question, guys. What do you guys think? She looked behind it. There's something there. I could probably get it by breaking this thing in half, but we might need it later. Much further away, this is still the demo. Excellent. Thank you, Miracle. Oh, it's got a touchscreen. Also, since it's the third, we can go past the Metro map as well, right? Oh, it's got a touchscreen. I wonder if... We could definitely go for a decent amount of time for today, then. I wonder if I touched it, but it didn't light up. Cup of tea? Fantastic. And Jasmine and I examined the side, and I figured it needed the USB stick I found on the wall. Too sim. Cool. After plugging it in, I tried my earlier maneuver again. The screen lit up with a contact, surprising Jasmine. Oh yeah, it's opening, but the slot in the back didn't, though. Only electronics are booting up. Damn. A pretty lady such as thou shouldn't uttereth these vile vociferations. Suddenly, Gula. You know, adding the at the end of a word doesn't automatically make it correct Old English. Gugh. She completely disregarded the rest of what I said. Okay, fine, you are Juliet. Keep your eyes on the prize, S. I couldn't see what she was staring at, since she had the screen of the tablet aimed at herself. A Star Wars play was written in Shakespeare? Crazy. From what I could see of her expression, she was very puzzled. What is it? It's kind of like a puzzle, I guess. I can't make heads or tails of it. There are 3 numbers. 2 of them aren't set, and the middle one is static. In the middle is the number 9. I'll have a number 9 large, and both numbers on the sides have an arrow pointing towards it. I can change the numbers on the sides, but not the middle one. I thought I had to make the number 9 by combining 2 different numbers, but that's wrong. Actually looking at hentai? I mean, probably. Of Marco? Probably. Do you think we absolutely have to do it? She's looking at that one Luxuria and Gula image. Yep, that one. Any guys know that one? That one. We probably have to. The rooms have these silly puzzles sometimes. What's inside the tablet will probably help us. This was a puzzle, but the puzzles were cleaned up, replaced by the active searches. That's cool. Maybe we'll even get the code for the keypads leading back out. How much of the script is the same as well, Miracle, from the original? She tried again and again, but she only got frustrated with it. She also got rickrolled. Ugh, Marco's trolling her. Marco's sending her hentai, probably. Have a shot at it if you want. She left the tablet on the counter and stormed off. Maybe deep inside she had the same worry as me about looking useless. I picked up the tablet and looked at it. 5, 9, 4, but also a 3 and more. There were 3 numbers which reminded me of an analog clock, but other than that, there was another detail that was weird. The leftmost number was blue, the rightmost number was red, and the one in the middle was just kind of weird. This one has an extended script, cool. Very similar writing for early, rewritten better, a lot of the endings overhauled to be better, cool. The upper, it says subscribe to KGO Pro, like upside down like Leon. And the one in the middle was just kind of weird. The upper, middle, bottom, and lower right lines were purple, while others were blue and red. She totally didn't mention that. Maybe she thought it wasn't important. I could tell the middle number was 9, though. I tried the same thing she did, and no dice. Surely the colors were important then. Oh, the areas were purple because it was blue laid over red. Yep. So that meant the numbers I had to enter were 5 and 3 for blue and red respectively. Bingo. It worked. Hey Jay, come back. Look, it's working. So, yeah, originally it was a puzzle, but now Simon figures it out himself in this, which I think, like, from my perspective, it's like, I'm cool with it like that. Maybe puzzle would have been fun too, but just, you know, it's you know, 2 camps to it. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with, like, experiencing the story and everything like that, like, and, you know, not having puzzles be, like, required, which is fine. I guess then the question then is, for the 3rd game, Miracle, do you think you'll have puzzles in the 3rd game, or are you gonna have, like, what do you think? Like, do you think the 3rd game will be more like Hedda's code, or more like Birth of Me code in terms of, like, style and, like, what you have to do with it and everything? Problem with the puzzles, that's color-coded, so colorblind people have issues. I gotcha. Probably could have included, like, a colorblind mode then, but I mean, that's something you'd have to, like, you know, make up yourself, but, like, I don't know. I see that, though. I understand. It's working. It's opening. She came back. Very special things that both of them haven't done yet. Cool. She came back just as I opened the back slot. Inside it was a piece of paper with a bunch of incomprehensible scribbles. Oh, that's exactly what I need. Something stumped me over there too. Give me that. You used it, you didn't know it was a color-based puzzle? Crazy. She snatched it from me. No objections here. I set the tablet aside now that it had apparently done what it was meant to do. I'll be right back. I think we're almost out of here. I patiently waited. After I took a seat and several moments passed, Jasmine came back, wearing a bright and brimming smile. Yep, the whole thing is open now. The whole thing? I unlocked all the doors. I also found something else. Some kind of remote with no purpose here. But, it's the kind of thing I think we should share with others, so I'll show you at the lounge. Alright, if you say so. I set off towards the set of doors, but Jasmine stopped me with a hand around my wrist. It didn't affect anything else in the game? Maybe you just like seeing a different color. Maybe you just like seeing, what? Yellow instead of red or something, right? I don't know. Just choose your favorite color. Purple's my favorite color. Jasmine stopped me with a hand around my wrist. Wait, before we leave, I have to show you something. I would wait until your amnesia's gone, but it's kind of really important, so I can't leave it up to chance. She looked fairly worried. Purple is nice. Yep. I had no choice, and my curiosity was piqued anyway. What's a color that's usually, like, a color that colorblind people can't see? Like, usually it's, like, red, right? Like, red turns into brown, which, man, I couldn't imagine not being able to see red. That would suck. I mean, I think red's a pretty okay color. Maybe just a bit, but yeah. Red and green usually are, like, colors that people can't see. Yeah, that sucks. Red's cool, and green's also... Green is not a creative color, but red's pretty cool. Like the blood of my enemies. She led me to a room that had previously been blocked off. Most common color blindness? Yeah, exactly. It was somewhat featureless, except for the clear indicators that this was a one-way deal. My favorite color is Q. Or perhaps it was just supposed to tell us to stop. I was about to walk in when Jasmine shook her head, keeping a tight hold on my arm. See these scanners? Apparently they check if we have the 9th person with us. Like, before I keep going too, just since we're still on the topic of colorblindness, it sucks when it's like you want to be what? Like, well, one, there's like graphic designers. You can't really be it's hard to be a graphic designer when, you know, obviously you can't see 2 pretty key colors. And then you also apparently can't become like a pilot if you can't see colors, because colors are integral again with like, well, flying and not dying and stuff. Apparently they check if we have the 9th person with us. 9th person, so important for some reason. That's who we're trying to find, by the way. I see. Oh, your wedding had like lots of purple. Cool. Do you have pictures? I'm cool with like seeing them if you're down with sharing them, because I love purple. Because I don't know. I think back to my Saints Row roots, guys. Saints Row all day, every day. Saints Row, bitches. That's who we're trying to find, by the way. We need to find the 9th person to leave. Otherwise, helping your colorblind brother with his colors, right on. Jasmine dragged her finger across the neck, her neck in motion that left little to the imagination. Yeah, okay, I get you. But what now then, if this isn't where we have to go? I'll DM you some photos? Cool. Now, we're going back to the lodge. See, we can't go to these stations with more than 2 people at once, but we can for the lodge. It's a bit like our base of operations. Okay. More information. My head hurt again, as if it was trying to remember something. Green is not a creative color. Seeing as she was walking again, I followed after her. I remember actually just on that, because we're referencing Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Apparently Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is going to make more. Probably because of COVID, they didn't do anything in 2020, but, I mean, definitely be cool to see going forward. Followed after her. Welcome back. Still the demo part? Guess so. Apparently the demo ends when we see a map of the metro, so that's later. But we can go past the demo. I believe. We went back down the stairs, but this time we were on the side of the station. The stopping point for me, guys, when we get to it, which is a little ways in, it's a segment called Easing In, which, yeah, I'm sure you guys will also know, or Miracle, any of you guys who know, can also notify me in advance, but I'll be on the lookout. I know the line to look for, too. We went back down the stairs, but this time we were on the other side of the station below. The plan was simple. We were going back, not forward. You used to work in a charity shop where you sold things like clothes, and you had to describe what red was like to a colorblind person. It is so much harder than anyone realizes. Yeah, like, if you wanted to try and get into, like, the mind of, like, just trying to, like, comprehend what it's like being colorblind, I guess, because I'm not colorblind, but I'm still trying to, like, just, it's like, try to imagine a color that doesn't exist, right? Like, that's what colorblind have to do. They have to, like, conceptualize colors that don't exist to them, that they just cannot see. There might be ways to fix the colorblindness, primarily, quote-unquote, or whatever you want to say, but, like, yeah, just try to imagine something that doesn't exist, and try to explain to someone something that doesn't exist. More or less. It took very little time when the train arrived. The actual segment name is Asylum. You can go through all of Easing In. Oh, so like, I can go through Easing In. It's just after that is, we can't go through Asylum is what you mean. I gotcha. Alright. We boarded it in silence, even if I could tell Jasmine looked at me from time to time, worried over my amnesia. This time she didn't say a word, though. It's just like she said. If all my memories came back at once, it would be pretty painful, especially if I built new ones. It was better to not force it. Just like before, the train drove through each station. The train opened its doors at a station, waited a little, closed them again to resume its movements. It allows you to see red and green. You just find it very hard to distinguish between the two depending on the hue. Right. Yeah. Yeah, like, it's like sometimes where it's like you see, like, gray, and it's like, is this gray the shade of gray? This one or this one? Now it's just like you have to, like, pick and choose, I guess. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Until we arrived at all the way back at the lounge. As the announcer had said its name, I now knew this was the leisure, or lounge station, which, according to Jasmine, replaced the one at the center between all the colored lines. Browns can also be, yeah, or most of them at least. I still couldn't wrap my head around how this huge, sprawling very populated station could be a lounge now. Did Smiley pull some strings so nobody would be allowed to use the metro at all during this day? We haven't seen Smiley at all yet, too, which I assume he's probably coming soon along with, like, the rest of the cast. Or maybe this was happening during the night, since every day, the metro stopped running for a couple hours for maintenance. No, they'd still need to renovate this whole place. Time to go. Jasmine's words took me out of my thoughts, and I left the train alongside her. If we didn't leave now, it would drive off again. I hope the others came back too. If not, well, we'll just figure out what we'll do then. And we'll have the lounge just for ourselves. Let's go. I wasn't sure if that was good or bad. I mean, of course it was good. It was really great, even. Praise our sync overlords, everyone. But it had been 4 years since I saw her. Being with her like this made me feel lightheaded. If it wasn't for this weird staircase, if it wasn't for the infirmary, if it wasn't for the lounge, maybe Sam could get some tonight. Oh! But if it wasn't for all those weird things, it would just be us, walking together, taking the train, going to places and hanging out. But this headache was growing worse and worse. I was probably on the cusp of remembering something about the situation. I held my forehead with a hand. There was no hiding it from Jasmine. Hey, CG! She came by me with a big smile on her face. She's doing the Monica pose, actually. Monica pose. We all trust Monica, right? Anyway. Well, that's fancy. Look at her. She's so sparkly. Cute. Very cute. She meant to be reassuring, but I could tell she was a little worried, too. Still, it was the thought that was important. How cute. You love the CG art so much? Oh, yes. I'm hoping there's a lot of them in there, too. No one here. At any rate, I'll go back downstairs to wait for them. Go ahead and have a real lie down this time if you want. Just Jasmine. No one's gonna bother you. Do any of you guys think Jasmine is evil? Like, I don't know. There's a possibility always with, your girl companion in these types of things. First person you see. Maybe, maybe not. Is she evil, or is she just kind of bad, though? Like Superbia. Go ahead and have a real lie down this time if you want. No one's gonna bother you. They won't get through me. Once again, she flashed me a smile. Who made the CG art for this one, Miracle? Because I remember you saying in Birth Me Code, the person who made your CG art, like, left during development. So did you get someone new for this one, or did they come back or something? Like, blah, blah, blah. Once again, she flashed me a smile. Pink hair types have the egos or the OnlyFans or both. A lot of times, yeah, very much. Shouts to Hilda, actually. She's like a Hilda, like she looks like Hilda from Fire Emblem with glasses. Thoughts on Hilda from Fire Emblem, guys? Once again, I was putty in her hands. Does she have Uno? Oh, Jasmine. I awkwardly rubbed the back of my head, embarrassed that I had to rely on other people so much. From now on, for pretty much forever until their hands stop working, is someone named Snow or Key Crash on Twitter. Coolio. Key Crash? Wait, Crash Keys? Neat. The most cowardly part about this was how I wanted her to stay here too. But I couldn't bring myself to ask her, and I instead went with what she suggested. This was probably why I was still single. Always running away. Always uncertain about what I want to do. Don't worry, Simon. You can be Jasmine's only fan. This job I had, these studies I went through, they were all because I wasn't sure. Yeah, definitely have to check them out. If you can also, give me their Twitter and stuff like that too. I could probably search up myself, but I'll have to add it to the description and more for sure as well. I took up artistic studies because Jasmine went for them. I studied with her abroad because she decided to do it, and I didn't want to let her go alone. Currently working on Project DeForge, fantastic. I didn't want to let her go of her. When she finished and decided to start working, I moved back and studied more, frozen in my indecision. I couldn't go with the kind of job she was doing. I hadn't been convinced it was correct back then, and that had caused me to let go of her completely as I moved back to Montreal from Vancouver. Sounds like Scott Pilgrim a little bit with Kim Pine. Kim is awesome. Because I couldn't move forward, it cost me Jasmine 4 years ago. Of course, now I regret all my life decisions! And at least she was right here, yeah. How could you give up all of this, Simon? What the hell is wrong with you? I could finally right the wrongs of my past. I assume also just because I see the collar again, probably can't take off the collars, right? Just like Dumb Ways to Die. Yeah, that game. Well, okay then. I'll see you in a bit. Just in time for the CG. Oh, yes. CG galore. Oh, yes. We'll probably hopefully get a lot more, too. Once all was said and done, she left the area and I was free to snore away. On the crappy couch, not again. Well, maybe. I mean, it worked before. Ellipses. Oh. That's what I would have liked to happen, at least. Sounded like a gunshot. Tryst intensifies. But the muffled sound I heard coming from the station wouldn't allow it. 999 art, a lot of spoiler art too. Be careful you haven't played Zero Escape. Well, 999, say no more. That's reason enough for me to follow. Oh shit. I fell off the couch I'd been sitting on and scrambled to my feet in a panic. What was that noise? It was a little like, kind of reminding me of Tryst. Wait, a gunshot. That too. I had a sudden thought for Jasmine. She was downstairs, right? Quickly, I went there, running down the stairs faster than I'd ever done. Gotta go fast. I almost tripped on the way. I looked out the open doorway, and a train was driving away. No, I want to go to Station Square. I only just caught a glimpse of someone inside it, but I couldn't tell who it was. It was Light Yagami. All I saw was a flash of cyan. Whoever that person was, they had fired a shot. Don't forget DL6. Was it a warning shot? Was it a homing shot? Or something worse? My mind was swimming with awful possible scenarios. I mentally cursed myself. No, I couldn't imagine the worst until I'd seen it. I can't believe it. Miracle Moon foreshadowed Tryst when they made Hedda's code all those years ago. Amazing. Until then, it wasn't the worst. Life has a way of robbing you of hope the moment you think you have it. Yeah, a little bit. Little bit. Once the train drove off, I could see something odd. Something that did not belong. Out from the darkness of the little passage, I saw a pair of legs. Her eyes are up here, question mark. Is it Marco? Or is it someone new? Purple tights. So tight. Is it maybe a blonde girl? Those were purple tights. Jasmine? No answer. At this point, I cared little for the letter nicknames. Yeah. Because she might be in danger. Could be Jasmine, maybe it's someone else. Jazz, is that you? Purple? Someone was here. Still no answer. At first I thought it would suck if Jasmine had been the one who fired the gun. But that meant maybe she could have been in the train. Maybe she would have been fine. Is it superbia and tight yoga pants? Oh yes, queen. Then again, maybe she was. Part of me thought perhaps she just knocked herself out by dodging the shot. Or maybe she was playing dead until the gun wielder had been gone. I couldn't be sure until I took a look closer. It took all my will to gather up my courage for this. To look reality in the face. Did Alice die again? Jasmine? Answer me already. I shakily approached her, and then I knelt down in the dark area to stare down at her and see for myself how she was. She'd be okay, right? Just as quickly, I stumbled backwards until my body hit the large screen. I fell over in surprise, only to get back up, unable to believe it. That sight, that grim fucking sight was unmistakable. Simon, no! Now, I was confronted with the worst-case scenario I had imagined. Jasmine, you're... She was dead. Well, that was quick. She was dead. Jasmine died already? No. Jasmine, the bright, vivacious, voluptuous girl I'd known since childhood, was dead. Not even in a shower, and there's even a message behind her. Both of my hands held my face in the shock of the moment. A body has been discovered! Woo-hoo-hoo! I couldn't scream. I tried, but nothing would come out. The realization was far harsher than I could have ever imagined. Man. Well, that is a way to end a first date, let me tell you. At least we don't have to pay. The realization was far harsher than I could have ever imagined. Do you think she's gonna call me? Do you think she's still gonna fuck me? I didn't want to face the truth anymore. A lie was better. She killed herself because Simon didn't go for it. Damn, Simon. Way to be a passive little beta. Something like that. Way to be a Virgin Simon, not like the Chad Marco. Chad Marco would have just took her by the hand and took her to a land that she'd understand. I wanted to run away, but I was frozen in fear. I just couldn't move, even if, deep inside, I wanted to run away from this reality. It does say subscribe to KGOKev. Yeah, just have to look upside down. Well, what I was seeing was real, right? Jasmine was dead. Jasmine was dead, and I wouldn't see her again. Jasmine was dead, and I wouldn't hear her speak again. Unless she was a zombie. To top it all off, her killer was on the loose. And then it's like, well, we could always go with the backup bitch, Marco. True. Now Marco upgrades from third wheel to second wheel. I kept repeating it in my head. I couldn't believe it. She had to die for the Marco ship to set sail. A sacrifice, you know, a price had to be paid. I finally moved, but it was all pointless. I balled my hands in fists, then relaxed them. I was trembling, and I had no tears, no matter how much I tried to cry. Sloppy seconds, yeah. Is my audio still good, guys? Is my audio still good, or did it go kaputs again? Because I just hear Austin saying underwater. First choice Sync, second choice Marco. Very true. Audio's Gucci? Okay. I don't understand the underwater then. Unless we're bathing in a pool of her blood. Blood orgy, says someone. I was trembling and I had no tears no matter how much I tried to cry. I couldn't. I just couldn't shed a single one. I was in shock, unable to breathe. I was too horrified by the truth. Terrified by it. So terrified. Because this is Thriller, Thrill of the Nights. A coward through and through. At that moment, I remembered she'd mentioned something about a remote, but there had been nothing like that on her when I checked her. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, yeah, the wiggly effect. Yeah, wiggly Jasmine. Had it been taken by the person who shot her square in the head? Well, something else I know was like red screen and wiggly. Maybe Jasmine is actually Gygus from Earthbound. Was that the reason behind her murder? That stupid remote? Maybe we're just in a washing machine. Or Gygus. I had no clue what was going on. I couldn't even fathom what happened. Perhaps due to my amnesia, I'd forgotten something important. I'd forgotten who the culprit might have been. Important clues. I needed to remember them. Maybe things would be clearer when I got my memory back. And maybe Jasmine wouldn't be dead. And maybe this was just a nightmare. It's just a nightmare I can't wake up from, says Raiden. And maybe. It said, you don't know what you have until it's gone. I felt a chill run up my spine because that message had been aimed at me. No wonder the words had felt so ominous earlier. But if I remembered, maybe I could figure it out and make them pay. Would that bring her back? No, but... All of a sudden, as I contemplated those words, an earthquake took place, shaking the room. Whoa, super shaky, actually. I quickly lost my footing. Ugh, what's happening? What the hell? That effect is very, very strong. Okay, Edgeworth intensifies. Edgeworth is now in fetal position. I managed to catch myself as I fell, only to roll over under the continued movement. I slammed into a wall and gave a small scream of pain. Perhaps as a result of the shock and the hit on my head, that was what triggered my memory to come back. Oh, hey, Eric! Hey, man! It's been a long time. You doing well, man? What's up? It's good to see you. Yeah, Eric. It's been a long time. How have you been? How's life, actually? As you can see, we're just playing a little game. We're streaming a pretty cool death game. I don't know if you're intending these death games, but hey, Eric, it's been a long time. Hope you're doing well, man. Triggered my memory to come back. It all came back at once, leaving me breathless for several moments. All this began right here in the metro. My vision was filled with 4 colors. Blue, orange, green, and yellow were all I could see. There was also black, but black might really be just the absence of color. We're all colors at once. It's like, oh god, earthquake, normal people, and then me, DL6, It's all good, hope you're doing well too. Let's catch up on Discord sometime. For sure, yeah, Eric. You can join, like, my Discord is in the description, and also my, my ID and more. We should definitely catch up either here on Instagram. Some colors were missing, so it wasn't a rainbow. Double rainbow, Simon, Charlie. I was just staring blankly. My eyes followed the colored lines slowly. Are we sure she's just not playing dead? You know, most girls seem to play dead whenever I seem to get near, says Simon. First the green, then I followed the blue, the yellow, and finally the orange one. Looks like we're playing a Slitherio out here. That was the one I was on. All I could see were those 4 colors. That was because my eyes were fixated upon the poster in the train. Speaking of posters, I didn't know why I was looking at it. Here it is! Oh, god damn it! Alright. I've been spacing out. Alright here. Time to unpack this. So, there's someone here who seems a little familiar. Do you guys see him? I know. Amazing. Look who it is. Mr. Clean? They put Mr. Clean in my death game? What? Amazing. Yeah, something like that. Someone seems a little familiar here. I can't believe it. Mr. Clean. Also, this is the old lady. If you guys know the old lady from Virtue's Last Reward, there's her right here too. And sure, maybe we'll call him Lucio too. Also, Punky Girl, it looks like Superbia a little bit. Superbia or Hilda or, well, Punkiness makes me think of the one girl from Team Skull, if you remember that. And then Dimitri's behind her totally. But also Red Flannel. What's up? This pick is fantastic. Spot all the cameos, right? I see no one else of note right here. No one else. Why is this? Oh, well, I mean, now it is actually the subway. Because we have this random hobo. Of course, like, now it's a subway. Now it is the metro. Fine, like, it's not a subway without a hobo. Yeah? See, the resident subway hobo. There we go, we got him. Why is his butt so tight, guys? Question. Why is, like, designer jeans so fucking tight? Any questions, guys? Yeah, they're so fucking hipstery. Yep. Should have known. Got them tight hipster jeans on. Leaves very little to the imagination. Oh, Phoenix Wright, too. Oh, snap, yeah. Because, yeah, blue suit and hair. Looks like he just got a little Gucci haircut, I guess. Yeah, there's that guy. And, yeah. I think I spy... Well, I see some cyan, but, like, I also see, like, silver hair. Could be someone I know. Maybe. Even Phoenix is there. I know. Craziness. Hang on. Just trying to unpack, like... Alright. Bottom line, Miracle Moon or anyone else who knows, if you can name all of the cameos we got in this picture, that'd be wonderful. If you can name all the cameo characters, that'd be fantastic. But yeah, just something, just on my way to the death game, you know. Nice little collar and all that. Huh. Intriguing, isn't it? Why this hobo kind of bad, though? It's pretty much all of them? Okay. So I knew some of you... I was hoping we would be able to get to the screen, too, because, yeah, I knew some of you guys would probably really appreciate and like some of the characters on screen here. This is pretty good. They put Hosiori in my death game? More likely than you think. Also Mr. Clean. But anyway, with all that said, this was nice. I've been spacing out. Shoutouts to Miracle Moon. Give Miracle Moon a round of applause. This is fantastic. I've been spacing out. Agent 47, potentially, or Lex Luthor. Ah, bald. I saw this in black and white. Just told Snow, hey, you know what a majority vote is? I've been spacing. Do you know what a cameo is, Snow? Now I was back to reality, though. On my way to ruin everything, this guy. Something like that. What was that weird dream just now? It was so strange. I was in the metro, and we have this hobo and shit. It's just like crazy. We got this old lady ready to die, and this bitch over here. This bitch over here. No, I couldn't remember already. It wasn't important then. So's butt emote? Maybe. I try to remember why I've been looking at the map. Hey, Miracle, is it cool if I share this picture, 1 in the Discord, 2 on Twitter? Something. Anyway, I try to remember why I've been looking at the map. Oh, hey, it's the dude. Oh, crap. Now it's like, what do I stare at? Marco's beautiful eyes? Or this buttocks? This gluteus maximus? Right, I was taking the train with Marco. Gravity. I'm back. Welcome back, Brooke. You're just in time for, ass. What's up? More like head ass code. More like head ass code. Right, I was taking the train with Marco. I was looking at the map to the metro because I hadn't taken it this far ever before. As long as it's not beyond the start of Asylum. Awesome, Miracle, thank you. I didn't want to miss our stop. I was going to fetch her at the airport, and there she is. I see dead people. Ah. So is temporary. Marco is forever. No, wait. I was coming back from there. And then what does that make? What does that make Jasmine? I was coming back from there, as evidenced by the fact Jasmine was already here. She flew all the way from Vancouver, where she lived as a graphic designer. She and I had gone through school together up to college. I want to go to Vancouver, thinking of, like, next time I go to Canada, I've been to Ottawa, I've been to Montreal, want to check out Vancouver and Toronto as well. She and I had gone through school together up to college. Also want to check out, like, a D's as well. I've done Tim Hortons. I've gotten a beaver tail. Got to do everything in Canada. We took the same course at the Artistic Institute of Vancouver, and then we went our own separate ways. While I came back home to study further by taking courses at the University of Montreal, she remained there. Move out of the way. Move out of the way, boobs. I need so in my life or something. She's covering up Mr. Clean. That meant she and I hadn't seen each other for years. Now we're remembering, yeah, so. As for Marco, he'd never met her, obviously. Not face to face, anyway. I mentioned her a few times, which always made him crack some horrible, stupid joke. Should I be concerned that this lady over here also is the only one wearing a mask, basically? You know. Timmy Hose, yeah. This was their first time talking together. At first, there we go. That's the ass I wanted to see. At least it was their first time sharing a space together, because nobody out of the three of us was saying anything. Naturally, this was the metro, so most people were quiet. If we'd said anything, we'd be drowned out by the noise coming from the metro moving. Train is honestly just like really relaxing. I really miss just going on the train. Some people didn't care though, such as a group of 5 teens close by. Uh-oh, teenagers. Disgusting. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, head ass code. If I strained my ear, I could almost make out what they were saying. Shooting a glance at them, I saw one of them had long pink hair and 2 pigtails. Well, you know who that sounds like to me. I looked back at Jasmine, who had the same hair color. Of course, those weren't natural. Yeah, nothing about. They're all fake. Everything about her is fake. Superbia who? It was just dye. You could tell Jasmine's real hair color was brown since her eyebrows were that color, and she didn't dye those. I kind of liked her better. With brown hair, obviously. Diet super bitch. Colors again. My thoughts were back on the subject of colors. Maybe I just turned into a zombie from waiting in the metro this long, like Jasmine is now. Oh. The announcer spoke. Want to go to Limbo, everyone? The announcer spoke the name of the station we were at, but it wasn't our stop. I dismissed it, pulling myself to the side a little to avoid a woman leaving the train. Right afterwards, 2 men entered and took her place. 2 men enter, 1 man leave. Both were businessmen who probably had a lot of success, judging by their very stern allure. Meanwhile, I was just a pizza delivery man. I was also a student, but that wasn't quite true. It's not not much, but you know, it's honest work. While that had been the case before 3 p.m. today, now I was entirely free from university. Bing bong. Alright, assuming I passed my exams anyway. Finally, I'd have my bachelor's degree and I'd start getting real jobs in what I wanted to do instead of this service for ingrates. The idea, or inmates, the idea did make me quite giddy, and it was the reason why Jasmine was here too. Tonight, we're going to party! Because not only did I finish my exams, yep, college life, guys, finally. Now he's thinking like a college student. I finished my exams, so did Marco. That meant we potentially had a bachelor's degree and a master's degree in the same apartment. Granted, mine was in farts, and his degree was in some science thing no one fucking cares about. I picked up some party games we could play on Nimbus, the multi-platform game store. Hopefully, that would be a hit. Any guys want to jackbox and chill with Marco? The real hit was not having any more stress from dealing with exams, tests, and homework. I was now my own man. Any guys want Simon to deliver you guys some sausage pizza? The thought was reassuring. Could you believe it? It's 24 years old, and I still feel like an insecure teenager. I can tell you this, guys. Even when you get to 20s and above, adults always still feel the same, more or less, most of the time. We all feel like insecure teenagers still. It's just some of us have bigger everything and wrinkles and more. I still feel like an insecure teenager. I pressed my hand against my cheek, dragging it down a little while exhaling. I mean, here's another thing too. Our Jasmine's dead. Might as well go with the other one. We need a new fake Superbia in our life. I pressed my hand against my cheek, dragging it down a little while exhaling. You want Marco sausage pizza? Understandable. Wait, Superbia sausage pizza. That you just got delivered from Marco. Some girl further down the train looked at me strangely. She had no idea of what I truly felt. Once again, the train stopped. It did that every few minutes, depending on how far apart the stations were. Walking from one to the other would take ages, so this was great, but this place was always so damn cramped. The woman leaving earlier had left some vacant space. But since she was replaced by 2 men, not much came from it. Hello, Juliana, what's up? Hey, Juliana, what do you think of what's on screen? Normally I was sitting, see anything you like? Normally I was sitting and it was a lot more relaxing, but now I was on my 2 feet. I was also holding onto the pole in the middle to keep my balance. I hated that. This thing was covered in germs. Not the first pole I've hung onto that had germs on it. I needed to wash my hands soon. At least things got better not long ago, when everyone finally realized it was a good idea to disinfect. Yeah. Some people were even rocking the face mask still. Oh, how topical, actually, huh? How topical. Yeah, hopefully by 2022. Hopefully. It's been over a year since that stuff ended, though. Hopefully. I do hope so. So many topics were flying through my head. Was I really no longer stressed out? I didn't know, to be honest. But luck had it that this stop had an elderly woman walking out of the train. It had been occupied before and now it was vacant. I assume that's a rewrite, right? Yeah, to put it in line with current events and such. Marco's pole. Oh, yes. Maybe even so. Well, So's not holding onto a pole. So's not good enough to hold onto a pole. He's a So. He's not no ho. As usual, some kind of psychological warfare was instantly triggered. Everyone would be going for that seat. Of course, those who needed it had priority and majority. Ass. Thankfully, I was the closest to the seat. Gotta go now. Peace out, Magenta. Thanks for coming. So I took a quick glance to see if anybody who needed it was going to take it. My idea to you guys for a stopping point for today, I might stop at where the demo ends normally, and then continue this on Friday. So for Thursday, I'll play something else, probably like Coffee Talk, finish that up, and then on Friday, we can just all, like obviously it's the weekend, and everyone can just, just free reign to check everything out. Also give people the chance to catch up with this game on Thursday or otherwise, since I know some people have to go and everything. And it's better to also alternate rather than just new thing every single day, which locks people out of just catching them live and stuff. So I think maybe end where the demo ended, Friday around the same time or otherwise. I'll let you guys know. We'll continue from this point and continue from where the demo ends, and I probably just said that. Continue from where the demo ends and just see all the new content is like probably the main thing. But yeah, the demo's already ended, but there's a fairly good spot to end it soon. Okay. Yeah, true. Yeah, just after this probably then soon, because the thing of whatchamacallit, yeah, like the thing with all the lines from before, that's where the demo ended, you mean? Yeah, that's actually the metro map. Okay, cool. Well then, yeah, after this scene, or like we'll find the obvious good stopping point for sure. Which then, let me look at this. Past memory. This is a new thing as well. Past memory. I did kind of like when in Birth Me Code you had like your segment like at the top, just so you can always like know when it is a new segment, rather than just like having to check. But this is fine too. Anyway, why is so thick? Because this ain't so. This is ho. I was close to the sea. I was quick glance to see if anybody needed it. I was going to take it. The coast was seemingly clear. The businessmen were looking at their folders and exchanging hushed words. Like, if we're going to end anywhere, might as well end right here, you know what I'm saying? The group of teens from earlier were on the other side, so them coming here was just a pipe dream. Teenagers scare the living shit out of me. They wouldn't go for it. It's too far. A bunch of people didn't even notice. They were out of the match as well. I noticed all that very quickly. It was stupid how my attention processed all those details so well in moments like these, but not during my exams. Ultimately, sitting down was meaningless. I knew that. Yet I took the seat anyway before anyone else could. Deep inside, I was triumphant. It was a hollow victory, but a victory nonetheless. You had to take them where you could get them. I could tell I won something or another when Marco took a glance at me. Nobody beats the champion. I'm the champion of sitting on my ass. Do any of you guys think you can take my title? As he apparently had been pining for the seat too. Better luck next time, buddy. Some stuff was lost in the remake. The pause menu used to have a status screen for alive and unknown dead characters. Yeah, like for Birth Me Code, right? Like that too. Well, I'm just saying, in Birth Me Code, I did like that for seeing who was alive and dead and such. But yeah, we still need to meet the rest of the cast too. Is just the thing. But hopefully that'll happen real soon as well. As he apparently had been pining for the seat too. Yep. Next time, buddy, guy, amigo. How dare you not make the thumbnail So's ass? Well, you see, if I did that, it would obviously, whatchamacallit, it would ruin the surprise. Which, you know, So's ass, not clickbait thumbnail? Maybe. Maybe another time, buddy. Maybe next time, buddy. Simon 1, Marco 0. Why do you want this ass to be sat on? Like, are you sure you want him to sit on something so pretty so we can't see it? Still, we were a ways away from home, which meant the battle I won didn't win me the war. Yeah, I gave up everything. I gave up my family, my friends, to be here on this battlefield. The battlefield of sitting on my ass. This is all I have left. Which meant, yeah, I didn't win the war yet. Well, we got to each station very quickly. We had a number of them between now and then. I looked at the clock to ascertain the time, since I left as soon as my exams had been over. It was 5 p.m. I still couldn't believe it took around 2 hours to head to the airport, pick up Jasmine, and come back with public transport. It might have been faster had I possessed my own car, but I wasn't that lucky. I could barely afford my studies. Still, since we were a decent way off, I figured it wouldn't be bad if it took a bit of rest. He kinda bad, though. Nothing fancy, just closing my eyes. Like, look at Mr. Clean. Actually, look, thinking about it, look at Mr. Clean right here. Look at the trajectory. What is he looking at? Wow, Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean's Mr. Dirty today. Ooh la la. Nothing fancy, just closing my eyes. Nothing fancy, really. It was as normal as a situation as they came. And yet, this was still how all this business started. On April 22nd, 2022, I was sitting in the metro, minding my own business. Nothing fancy. Yet when I closed my eyes, all movement ceased. Every time I close my eyes, I wake up feeling so horny. The train stopped, moving completely. I didn't feel the presence of anyone around me anymore. It was like time stood still. Or maybe I was asleep. That was the likeliest explanation. I must have been really tired. But as I was drifting off, something grabbed me back. It was a voice. So's cheeks clapped back. It was a voice. A girl was talking. I'd never heard that voice before, though. Was it the train announcer? No, that was an older lady. This one was a youthful voice. Is it blonde hair, or is it the other one? Who was it? I could barely hear it. She repeated herself louder this time. Is it Superbia? Listen, if you stay asleep like that, we're gonna be in trouble. Asleep? Asleep? I wasn't asleep. This is about the part you said it would be good since we're entering easing in. I think once it goes from black screen and we see whoever's on screen, that's when we'll end off. Or, you know, we'll see. We'll see. It's fairly long, though. Yeah, I just want to see who's on screen then. And then we'll probably end it off or something. I wasn't asleep. I could hear what she was saying. Couldn't she see that? My body felt like lead anyway. I couldn't stand up just yet. So, wake up already. Are you okay? So, you're finally awake. The train stopped. She was so insistent, too. Who was this girl? I never heard this voice before. As the seconds passed and my body became operational again, I felt stiff all over, as if I had been in a deep sleep. Why are you feeling stiff, son? Oh my. Perhaps she was right. Maybe I dozed off really hard there. Hey! Wake up already! My eyes finally opened. It seems as though I'd fallen asleep indeed. That was embarrassing, but now I couldn't deny it. It's Fi? Oh, of course. Yeah, Grandpa. Which Grig? She thinks it's shit. The train had stopped. It never came to a standstill like this unless it offloaded a few of the passengers, or if it was no longer in service for the day. Huh. Why are So's butt cheeks act like talking to me? Huh. Girl next to me was Jasmine. For some reason, I could not put a face to her voice before, but now it became all too apparent. I was still a little too groggy from my nap, so I chose to listen to her before doing any sort of exploration. Intriguing, isn't it? Well, Huh. How was Jasmine talking to us? Well, interesting, isn't it? I guess we'll just have to find out next time. She didn't die, or did she? Well, easing in. Ambient strain is the BGM. Fancy. Fancy, fancy, fancy. Speaking of Jasmine, yeah. I see dead people, or is it not? Is this her ghost, or what happened then, right? Very good question. With that then, like I said, I guess we'll end off here for today. But on Friday is when we're going to come back with this game and continue on with as much of the game as we can for Head is Code. The full game unlocks on the 9th, and you guys can all check it out and support it and buy it and all that good stuff. Link to the Steam page is in the descriptions, along with Miracle Moon's Twitter and more. And yeah, just again, bottom line, we'll see what's up and we'll jump into more of the game Friday. And I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. I hope you guys are intrigued, because I definitely want to jump into the game more, and I hope you guys are excited and want to tune in more as well. Which, then, yeah, tomorrow we're going to be playing a different game, but like I said, on Friday is when we'll jump into and go as far, do more of it, and we'll go as far as we can, just in general. And then we'll check out the full game once it unlocks. You need answers. Who is she? Maybe her name is Joe. Right? Anyway, who is Jasmine? Very much. Do a quick preview. You can keep going back and forth. Different characters will appear on screen. Yes, that too. I do know about that. So let's also see some of the other characters in the game, which we can do by just jumping into, like, you know, just different screens like this. So for example, we go back into here. We go back here. There's her. She's still here, but maybe we do it again. Before I end off, let's see some of the rest of the characters. Hey, what's up? Actually, we have 2B. Clearly. Yep, it's 2B. Who is this? Me, myself, and I. Who is this? Very much. It's 2B with a nice yellow Gucci scarf. Interesting. All right. It's an alien. And then we have this girl with blonde hair and pigtails. Interesting. We have Ray. We have grizzled gruff man. All right. Kind of looks like a cowboy, a little bit. Still Ray again. Man, Ray's a bit of an attention horse today. Her again. All right. Let's just see if we can find anyone else. Marco hasn't showed up on the... Yeah, so this is Simon, right? This is supposed to be Simon? Kind of looks like Sigma a little bit. Got some, like, Sigma vibes, you know what I'm saying? There's the dead lady again. Have to go to sleep now? Yeah, we're almost done, Fi. So let me just see if we can get one more new character. At least Marco on screen. Ray, go away. Okay, we got this old man here. Yeah, we got old man. We got that one guy from the Danganronpa 3 anime, right? Also looks like a female version of, or male version of, well, I shouldn't say. Anyway, looks like somebody else that I used to know or saw before. But anyway, with that said then, guys, this has been Head is Code. I hope you guys enjoyed and definitely want to check out the full release. And yeah, definitely do support Miracle Moon and everything. We'll be checking out the game more on Friday. What is it? On the 9th is when the game fully releases again. So yeah, hope you guys look forward to that. Tomorrow we'll be playing a different game, but again, Friday is when we play. Which yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good time zone. Remember to play Zero Escape, play this game. Play Birth Me Code as well if you haven't. You can also check out Birth Me Code if you haven't. It's on Steam. Stay hydrated, stay chill. Fuck Wall Street. Hope to check you guys out. Check you guys later. Peace out for now. This is KGOKev signing out. And I will see you guys hopefully in the next part of this or anything else we do on the next video. There's Marco. Okay, finally. There's the sexy man. All right. Peace out, guys. This is KGOKev signing out with Marco. And I'll see you guys next time. All right. Peace out. See you guys later. Bye-bye. Marco waifu, yeah, something like that. Peace, guys. Marco!